We're running through this world, everyone, on Deep Dive Zone, a Sonic review series for fans of all shapes and sizes. I'm your host, Evan, joined by my co-hosts Lauren, Kayla, and Bruce. And today, if that title didn't give it away, which it's literally the title of the video, we're starting off with Sonic Unleashed, the game that people my age glaze the hell out of.
Yeah.
I feel targeted.
It's either glaze or hate. There's no in between.
See, I don't think a lot of people my age hate this game. I don't hate this game. I
don't think there's a whole lot of people our age that hate.
I have intensely mixed feelings on this game.
When it first came out, a lot of people hated it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's just the case for every Sonic game.
But that was
very
2008.
fair.
They were adults. They were reviewers. You know, they dictated the narrative based on what they understood the Sonic series to be at the time. Now, this is what people understand the Sonic series to be.
Yeah, because this started the new style of gameplay that we'll talk about.
Yes, indeed. We're all using Unleashed Recomp for this, right?
Yeah.
Please so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So should you, viewer. I packed
Yes.
I packed in a
Honestly,
bunch of mods that I'll link, just like the Adventure era stuff. Can you believe this is the first game of this era I've been able to do that?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
it.
because 06 we didn't really have anything super mod related.
Well, 06 I wanted people to experience the full scale of the badness.
Fair. The only
That's
mods
especially the case.
that's fair. Yeah, the only mods I had for that were to retranslate it and give myself Japanese audio.
Yeah, but so you know, after the 3-hit combo of Shadow 06 and Secret Rings, they needed to change a pace for home console Sonic games, I think.
Oh.
And so I think their idea for this was, okay, dial back the drama, steal some mechanics from the portable games, and of course, you know, cut the gameplay to just simple Sonic speedy platforming. They didn't quite deliver on that last bit.
No, instead
No.
they gave us half of a God of War game.
Well,
I was gonna say this is also the era where they were like kind of it's still part of the era that they were experimenting with stuff. I feel
Yeah, part of this just isn't a Sonic game.
Yeah.
Kind of not.
It's yeah, we'll get into that in a second, but for right now, starting off, this game is nothing if not visually well presented and very polished,
Oh God, yes.
as shown
Yes.
by the 6-minute opening CG here.
I also like that a good chunk of it has almost no dialogue. It is just Sonic being cool.
This opening
Yeah.
kicks ass.
Oh yeah, agreed.
This was our first impression of Marziplanet doing CG work, who obviously still is for the series now. Very
doing the-
occasionally. I don't know what the hell their approach to CG these days is with new games, but
It seems to be mostly an engine, not pre-rendered anymore.
yeah. But
Which is fine.
Eggman's Space Armada and Sonic's Invasion, it's awe-inspiring. Like Bruce said, it is very little dialogue to start off because it is just action.
Yeah, it is just like 2.5, 3 minutes of just pure Sonic action. It's awesome.
Visually stimulating.
Yeah.
A lot of
Be
people think this is a
interesting.
better Sonic movie than the actual Sonic movies.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a movie, is the thing.
Yeah,
It-
it's not a movie. If the Sonic movies were 6 minutes long, sure.
Well,
There's a whole other problem with that statement.
anyway,
This isn't how you make a movie, guys.
I like
I mean-
Eggman's big brawler mech here.
Yeah, I like the piles of shell casings as he's trying to shoot Sonic.
Yeah.
I just love Sonic being cool and just like dashing towards the robot, sliding underneath that one robot to dodge the arm.
So
So
it's funny. It's funny
So
you
good.
say you like when Sonic's cool. This is kind of the first time this era Sonic's felt cool. Maybe
He's
a
He's had
little
his
bit in
moments
Secret,
in past.
maybe a little bit in
games.
Secret Rings. Teensy
The
little bit
06
in 06.
first cutscene when he's stopping
That's
Eggman's
cool.
invasion there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
literally the
definitely had
beginning of
cool
this.
moments.
Yeah.
Literally
gonna
the beginning of this era.
In Secret Rings, he was like ore farming before you get into Night Palace.
Yeah, so he's had a few moments.
Made a
but,
tornado out of
like,
fucking nowhere.
I don't know, man. I feel like Sonic's cool factor has been like really low so far this era.
That's very
Don't you dare
subjective.
talk poorly of my son.
Don't listen to other episodes of this podcast.
Yeah. Why am I here?
Anywho, so Eggman is chased into a different satellite here, a long
Satellites
assume it's-
work,
I-
yeah.
I assume it's an orbital base.
yeah, it's a thingy.
thingy.
But it's funny because he gets in and Sonic beats him so he beats up his machine and he flies out of it and face plants and bounces into his Dr. Wily begging for forgiveness position.
Yep.
Sonic says this is new, showing remorse, Eggman. That's not new. What are you talking about?
No,
He's definitely done that before. Yeah.
He's totally done that.
Groveling.
In fact, it's usually a trap, which it also is right now.
Wow.
Surprise,
It's
surprise. It's a
surprise.
trap.
Yeah.
Can't trust anything Eggman ever says.
He has a machine
True.
that can match the power of Sonic 3 Knuckles by actually harming Supersonic.
Odd how
Yeah.
often that that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's
Dang.
impressive. That's how you know the stakes are as high as they could possibly be.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Sonic Team needed a way to just immediately raise the stakes to 11.
Yeah.
I
I like how Devin earlier was like, tone down the drama, which, yes, in comparison to like 06, there is definitely less drama going on, but
Oh,
the
sure, it's not a
stakes are
soap opera.
still high. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Well, yeah.
Well,
There is drama, just not as extreme.
I generally like this game's tone. I think it fits pretty well.
This
Yeah,
game has
it's-
has a very Sonic, in a good way, tone.
It's very lighthearted on the surface, but there's still like a kind of more serious undertone going on. Oh, God, I can't talk. There's still a serious undertone with what is going to be happening later in the game that we'll see.
Yeah.
Because like if you really start thinking about what's going on, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah, it is.
So Supersonic is contained. It rips the Chaos Emeralds out of him and also keeps shocking him through all of this next moment.
That's definitely something Eggman would have added in.
For the shits and giggles.
Yeah, just be like, I need to torture Sonic a little bit.
Yeah.
Just gotta torture him a little bit. It's fine.
Eggman, he hits the big button, which makes this space laser. I don't understand this space station. It's all one big laser, I guess.
Yeah.
But it fires into the Earth, which splits it apart into 7 pieces. Hey, I've seen this one before. Sonic Advance 3 did that, right?
Dead?
Oh yeah, it did. I guess that's true.
Huh. Okay.
Sort of. That was technically sort of like 7 dimension areas, rather than literally ripping the continents up and making them float.
Which I feel like would have much more drastic.
Also, I'm gonna be honest. They called the continents have been split. Fuck off. No. The planet's been split into chunks. It's not. It doesn't really look like it's been split by continent. I guess
No,
it's
it
supposed
wasn't.
to have been.
The thing is, Kayla, this is nonsense to begin with. So
Oh,
to
of
try to
course.
think about the consequences is pointless.
Well, it's like what
Yeah.
happened with the moon. Like it got blown up in half. Like that would cause so many like tidal
Oh yeah, we
waves.
talked about
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah.
if you did this in real life, you would die. Everybody would.
That
be
is
dead.
a world
That would
end.
be-
Yeah, that is a
Everybody
world-ending
would-
event.
Yeah, everybody would be dead.
I assumed
What is
that-
Sonic's planet made out of?
I assumed
yes.
that Eggman shot it in a special way because he's trying to release something and he didn't want to like kill the thing when he's blowing up the
I
planet.
guess so.
That's fair. He found like the sweet spot and was like, all right,
Well-
by my calculations, if I
mean,
fire
I-
with this
I
much
guess-
power.
We'll get some amount of lore later this
Yeah.
episode that sort of explains why this worked.
I mean, it's there are godly powers, or at
Yeah.
least some kind of deity at work here. So it's
Yeah.
not
Yes.
like it's fantasy. It's not
Let's introduce another deity into the Sonic pantheon.
Yeah.
Just do it every time.
I'll
you're
say
I
this:
think
I really
actually
wish that we
these
had been
are
able
the
to
only-
see the edges of the pieces at any point during the stages. That would have lent a unique look and served as a good reminder of the stuff.
That would have
going
been
on.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and yes, it's not technically the continents floating. Maybe it's like one per tectonic plate or something.
I
I
would
think
assume
that's
makes
more
plenty
like
of-
what it
would
is.
make more sense that it's split by tectonic plate.
Nowhere is Angel Island in any of this, by the way.
Don't worry, it's too important. It was spared.
It was spared because it's up in the air.
Oh,
Well,
actually,
I'm not gonna
Well-
begrudge a game for not putting Knuckles in it where it doesn't feel like he is necessary.
I mean, I imagine
Oh.
that high up, he'd see the planet get split apart and just be like, what the fuck?
That's a good question. How high
Well,
up
as long
is
as the Master
Angel's
Emerald is safe.
Island? Yeah, as long as the Master Emerald is still there, Knuckles doesn't really give a shit what
Oh yeah,
happens
maybe
to the
that's what it
planet.
is. Maybe it's that Mystic Ruin got lifted all the way up, and Angel Island has settled exactly into the place where it originally set.
You
That
know
would be
what?
really funny,
That'd be
actually.
really funny.
All right. So with all this, a giant purple smoke monster comes out of the earth, and who knows what's up with that? I don't have anything
Really
to say
gonna-
about it when we don't know anything yet, because
Really gonna
I mean-
ruin your Monday.
well, it's like the next dialogue exchange happens, and then it just disappears into mist.
Yeah, this is also where we get Sonic's new form.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
indeed. All of the
Yes.
shocking has turned Sonic into some kind of canid beast, and also changed
Yeah,
his fur color and what kind of shoes he's wearing.
Yeah,
Huh?
I
yeah.
don't understand the shoe part.
The
What
shoe part
really?
is weird. Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna save this for the next cutscene that we talk about because there is one thing that does kind of bother me.
All right. Also, the Chaos Emeralds have been all their powers sucked out, and unlike the end of SA1, you can't recharge them with the power of friendship this time.
Well, we
Damn.
don't know that.
Actually, yeah, they
maybe,
don't try it.
They
Like,
you're right.
yeah, I just figured they didn't try. It would have worked, I'm sure. Like that, there's no reason it shouldn't have.
Yeah,
but
that's a
like
good point.
Sonic was like couldn't be bothered to gather a whole big group of friends who really want to help me save the world, so he decided to just do a different way.
That's fair, honestly. He knew the plot needed him to do it a different way.
Yeah, even what friends Sonic does have in this game never actually interact with each other, I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't think they do.
So yes, Eggman sends all of this flying out the airlock, Sonic, emeralds and all, and
So at first, yes, I thought this was like a good character moment for Eggman. He's like, "Farewell, my friend," as if he's saying, "See you later" when you try and stop me. Like he's intentionally letting him go. But the problem is that later in the game, that's contradicted.
he's surprised to see him.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it totally like he should have imprisoned him or like made sure he was dead. Like he should definitely know that Sonic can fall from space and survive.
It's happened before.
So the way I took it when he said "so long, friend" was just like him actually saying goodbye to Sonic, thinking that he's won. There
Right,
is
which is
something that
dumb.
comes up later that does contradict a certain cutscene, though.
There's gonna be one line that has multiple continuity problems here. So yeah.
Oh, it's
Yes.
a double whammy too, because he tosses the Chaos Emeralds away too, which is really, really dumb. Like, why doesn't he just keep those?
That
Like,
that moment is
even-
so dumb that they call him dumb for it later. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say there is a cutscene that calls him out for that.
Yeah. I don't get it, but whatever.
It's annoying because the rest of this is a pretty good
It's
plan on
silly.
this part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
For
Anywho.
Eggman standards.
Anywho,
You know what? Fair. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Sonic
There's so much
starts a
to
new
talk
trend
about.
here, which is called falling on his fucking face. There are a lot of
Sonic
there are a
X
lot of Sonic
Ground.
games where
Yeah,
this
it's my
happens after
favorite.
this.
It's my favorite ship, Sonic X Ground.
The
Actually,
only
he did it in-
I support.
He did it in Adventure 1.
Yes, that's true.
True, he
Yeah.
does, yeah.
But this is
He
definitely the dawn of
didn't
the modern
face
era
plant.
of it happening.
Yeah, he
this
didn't
is the
face plant.
origins
He
of the
just kind of
OTP.
like
No, he
kind of
did
like
face plant twice in
squashed.
SA1 actually.
I thought he just like did a little squash animation and bounced right back up.
Well, he did land face first in that, and also there's the
Yeah.
he gets his head in the sand after Sky
Right.
Chase 1.
Oh right, I forgot about that one.
Anyway, in this case, he does not hit the ground that hard because a weird green energy stops him from his momentum. It still lets him fall really fucking far, but
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
you know, he wakes up and he's like, "What the hell happened?" And then there's this weird burgundy pixie on the ground.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was Miku for my game.
Okay, well,
Nice.
Good mod.
It's a good mod.
is it still Chip's voice coming from
No,
Miku?
no,
I
it's
can't
Miku's voice.
Oh,
They
that's a
redid it.
high effort mod.
It is. It's way better because Chip's voice is annoying as hell.
A little
Yeah.
bit,
I don't
yeah.
really care about it. It's whatever. I'm used to weird companion characters. Like, who cares?
yeah. I knew I needed someone needed to be the chaotic monster here, so I guess it was going to be me.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Chip's voice acting, and also his name's not Chip at this point of the story. But whatever.
That's true. He doesn't have a
um,
name at the moment.
Or any memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's scared of Monster Sonic here, and Sonic's like, "Oh, I guess I am transformed into the beast, aren't I?"
Every single
I-
time you say beast, all I can think of is when I post like pictures of my mice. That's what you call them, is the beast. So now that's just what I have in my head.
I mean, we've called Sonic a rat, so we call him a mouse too.
It's
Oh
true.
no.
He's just every rodent.
I do like the
Yeah.
little aside that Sonic pulls to the camera. He goes, "Oh, did I fall on him?"
Oh, did I do that?
It's very, very Sonic colors.
In
But
purple voice, did I do that?
Oh God.
Pixie Boy here has lost his memory, and Sonic's like, "Hey, I'll help you with that. The planet being in fucking pieces isn't that big a deal or anything."
It's fine.
Does he know
And-
that the planet's split apart right now?
I guess he maybe didn't see that. He probably saw it as he was falling toward it.
I
He
got
was
the
probably.
impression-
I got the
imagine
impression he was partially unconscious while he was falling.
He screams.
he
You
yelled.
scream when you're unconscious.
He probably got really dazed while falling from space because he's like tossing and turning everywhere, and then ended up becoming unconscious as he like re-entered Earth.
Yeah, I guess my sister screams in her sleep sometimes.
No.
It's
A
fine. She's
nightmare.
fine. But the sun
Jesus.
rises and Sonic is back to normal. For some reason, it'll be explained, sort of.
It'll be
It's
explained. Also,
it's
his gloves
Halloween.
are back.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted
it
to mention
changes
that.
it puts his gloves back on. It changes his shoes back.
Where did the gloves
my
come
gosh.
from?
Where did the gloves come from?
Where did the gloves come from?
I mean, like, thank God, but
Oh,
also,
God, yes.
where?
That seems to imply the gloves are part of his body.
They might
Anywho.
be at this point.
That
Sounds like
is
he got
the
something.
longest intro to any Sonic game. 9 minutes.
God damn. It didn't
Got a
feel
lot
like
of
9
setup.
minutes.
No, but there's
They're
a
not
lot
bad
to
cutscenes,
kind of
it's
get
just-
set up.
Yeah, no, it's like when the cutscenes are enjoyable, it doesn't feel like 9 minutes. When
Yeah.
they aren't, it feels like an hour.
Well, this is a pretty long Sonic game, so that's definitely
is.
part of it. That's why we're splitting it into 3 parts. Which I think that other than Chronicles, that's the longest we've ever done for a single campaign.
Yes.
I mean, as you explained, it is kind of a longer game.
But yes, it is finally gameplay time. Windmill Isle 1, and well, this is the first boost game, which means that we've got some pretty significant differences in feel and mechanics.
Yeah, it's fast.
Yeah, Sonic is so fast. It's great.
He's maybe
Okay.
too fast.
So yes.
No.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Thank you.
Sometimes, yeah.
When I first
Actually,
got into this gameplay, I was like, what the heck? It's like I'm back in Mach speed sections. I can't tell what's going on. It's not as bad as that, obviously, and I got a little more used to it later. But yeah, I agree. The real problem is when the camera is behind Sonic. When it goes into side view, like they understand you need a better view and it's easier to see things coming. But when it's behind Sonic, that's the worst.
They really want to sell the sense of speed by intentionally doing that with the field of view. And I would say that a lot of the time the levels are built for it, because this game, you know, you look at the genre on this game and it says platformer. Regular Sonic doesn't have a ton of platforming in 3D in this game.
Not really.
not particular.
the-
There's some levels where it's like if you really want to like go up high and like get unlockables, then yes, there's going to be a bit of platforming involved.
Sure. Most of
Platforming is such
regular-
a broad genre, honestly.
it is.
Yeah, that's
The
fair.
Yeah,
Like,
most
there's
of this game, most of the 3D sections that we play, at least tonight, are very much hold down the boost button and you just win.
No, but okay.
I mean, that was my experience.
It's varied, because, you know, the new
Well,
boost, you know, because
regular
it's
Sonic,
different
at least.
from the rush games, because the rush games you have to sometimes do enemies or do tricks. This game just rings, and they can
Mhm.
throw a lot of fucking rings at you.
yeah, I think
it's-
there's been times where I've collected like 400 plus
Yeah,
rings in a
it's not-
level.
Yeah, it's not hard to get through a level with like 400 or 500 rings.
Yeah, the reason for that is you don't drop rings because recollecting those at high speed would be impossible. You just drop a
Fair.
certain number instead, so you need to be able to recollect some. So they just put them all over the place, and
Yeah,
since you
it
don't lose
doesn't-
them all, you end up with a lot at the end.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
that
stop
makes
you in
sense.
tracks a lot of the time.
Right.
Yeah, so he can't spin dash or roll anymore, which sucks.
Yeah.
Not that they did a good job putting the spin dash in the previous games, but
It's still nice to have the spin dash.
It's classic. You got to keep it.
Yeah.
Taking it away is just sad.
It's part of Sonic's identity, and yeah, exactly. It's just kind of disappointing whenever it gets taken away.
Well, and the fact that they give him a slide but don't make the animation for that rolling feels very misguided, because you could do that as basically the same thing.
Yeah.
And in the original release of this game, the fucking homing attack was on the boost button, which is a terrible idea.
I'm gonna be honest, the mod you suggested to change that didn't work, and it's honestly not that bad.
Unleashed Recomp already has a setting in it for that.
Wait, it does?
Oh,
Really?
right, no, that's right. It's a setting in Unleashed Recon. Either way, it straight up did not work for me, and honestly, homing attack on boost is not that bad.
I
didn't know it was an option, or it just didn't work, or both.
I might need to check again to make sure that it's actually.
Because I definitely played with that, and it's not the worst thing. I agree.
Yeah. I'd prefer it to not be there, but I can live with it.
Yeah, it ideally it wouldn't be. It's kind of weird, and it does screw you over sometimes when you boost instead of homing attacking.
Yeah,
not very often, but any amount of incorrect input is bad.
Part of it is we don't have air boost yet, so
fair.
We also have, we have new moves in the form of drifting and quick stepping, respectively, making large turns and small adjustments on linear roads. I do not like these because Sonic should be able to turn precisely enough naturally to not have to do either of those things.
I don't like either one of those moves. I also grew up with this game, so I'm kind of like, I just have a lot of positive things to say. I do have gripes with it, but I'm used to not having a spin dash. I'm used to just relying on boost and drifting to get through the levels and quick step.
I'm not a fan of the drift.
Well, I might not even know that drifting exists. I think I might have played without it. It wasn't fun.
I can't think of a point where we've really needed it so far.
We haven't super needed it right now, which is good, I guess. But I don't know, when I get to like Shadow Generations, and like I can turn well enough in that game that there's never a point where you need to drift. And even the quick step isn't really a quick step in that game. I haven't.
No, it's not.
And even Frontiers pisses me off because the open zones you can turn well enough that you don't need to drift, and then the cyberspace levels you can't, and you don't have drifting except in that one level where it fucking exists and it sucks. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't like the cyberspace levels in Frontiers either.
I mean, same, yeah.
Again, extremely mixed opinions. Anyway, when this gameplay works, I still think it's fun. You know, for this, it's a 1-minute tutorial level.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's totally fine here. I definitely have complaints about some of the speed stages, but it's fine sometimes.
Yeah, and this is at least scenic. It wants to show you something pretty. Apatos here is based off of Mykonos, Greece, and this game is beautiful. This game is visually a knockout out of the park.
Oh god, yes.
I don't even think it looked like... It's been a while since I played the Wii version, but I don't even remember that looking too horrible either.
That's one of the best looking PS2 games ever made, I would say,
Yeah. Sure.
I mean that literally, because it was built for PS2 first, and then they upgraded it for Wii.
And then
Funny, because I think the Wii version is considered to be better.
The Wii version has better, like, critical ratings, which is interesting to me, because I don't think it's a better game. But, anyway.
It's an easier version of the game.
In some ways, in others, anyway. So that's our first level, and... We get some upgrade points, but I think we'll maybe leave that until a little bit later.
Because this
I
game's
don't think you
also
have
hard
enough
RPG
to fully level anything. So, but we do that and then immediately back into cutscene. Sonic and Pixie arrive at the first town hub to establish that Sonic's still Sonic, and the Chaos Emeralds need fixing.
Sure is lucky that all the Chaos Emeralds landed right next to Sonic.
Yeah,
that is very true.
Very convenient, and he's just casually juggling them.
That's actually good. I like that.
There's a lot of cute little details in the animations in this game too.
Oh yeah. Pixie gets obsessed with chocolate chip ice cream sold by Dan Green here. Somebody should reanimate this scene with Mephiles replacing the ice cream guy. But he likes the chocolate chip sundae, so Sonic names him Chip, so now I can call him Chip, even though everybody was already calling him Chip before.
I'm gonna stick with Miku.
And yeah, hub areas. They are small in this game, and you mostly can blow them off.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'll give them credit for that. Not making the hub super annoying for once.
yeah.
And full of humans with not too much busy work. You have to talk to them like maybe 2 or 3 times total.
Yeah, man, sounds about right.
Yeah, they're mostly optional.
And hey,
Yeah.
they don't look like realistic people.
Thank
They're
Jesus.
cartoony.
They're cartoony.
Yeah, the style is improved. Still, ideally, humans feel wrong other than Eggman and Sonic.
They do
but,
not fit
like,
with Eggman, yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's still better, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean,
And I'll just
I'll,
assume that. Oh, go on.
I'll take this over 06. It's not my favorite, though. That's all I was going to say.
Well, 06 is hilariously bad, and so it's charming in its own way, but...
Fair. Well, my assumption now is that humans in Soliana just look like that.
You know what? Yes.
So are they considered like mutant freaks over in Soliana?
Yes.
Okay.
No. there is
Abso-fucking-lutely.
there is at least one modern depiction of Elise where she fits in better with these
There
guys,
is,
or I guess
yeah.
better with modern
Yeah.
versions of like Maria and Gerald. But,
Yeah.
When you're walking around the hub, you can like shove physics objects around, which I guess is also true during gameplay, but this is when I noticed it first. It's really silly.
yeah. Oh, Sonic.
Kinda, yeah.
I completely forgot that Sonic, if you double tap the crouch button, has like a spin kick that is completely useless outside of just messing with physics objects.
Speaking of physics objects, this is our first game on the Hog engine, right?
Yes, that's still Havoc.
Not really
physics.
that big. I know. I just figured might as well bring up the new engine.
Yeah, they made Hedgehog engine to quickly render complex lighting in levels, and well, the controls they build on top of it still vary wildly between games. It doesn't matter that much. Anyway, so you're supposed to ask around for anybody who knows who Chip is, but nobody actually does, so you're just supposed to head forward to the Gaia Gate where the levels are. If you've played this game before in vanilla, you'd be scouring this place for Sun and Moon medals. Thankfully, the
Oh,
wonders
really?
thankfully
That's
the
terrible.
wonders of 2025 modding means that we don't have to worry so much about those.
Mm-hmm.
Cowards.
Yes.
I also like the low poly cats in the background of this level.
There's cats?
I didn't see
Yep.
them.
Yep, there's one
Damn.
specific place. You can see it in my video.
Damn. Well, I guess I won't see them because I'm not going to watch the video.
Ouch.
Damn.
I mean, there's not
I-
much reason to.
I guess
I'm in
you
the
guys played
episode.
the
I
game
already
too,
know.
so.
Well, I'm also in the episode. I know what it sounds like. I don't need to hear my own voice.
I don't want to hear my
anywho,
own voice. Sorry.
Yeah, so every hub world has 2 pieces. It has the place where all the people walk around and the place where all the levels are, which is in,
Right.
the more normal gameplay format. Technically, there can be, like, enemies there and you can die, but it's not, like, hard or anything.
It is annoying, though, that it will still take lives from you if you die in the hub world.
I'm using a thing that instantly sets your lives to 99.
Once again, I tried that and it
but
didn't work.
That is tragic. I'm very glad to have infinite lives.
It was not a problem this time, but I'm going to get that working for this week.
No, I'm glad that you mentioned the medals and the lives, because it's worth pointing out, saying, like, even though we're fixing some things with mods, there's still problems with the pure game, and they shouldn't be excused.
Yeah.
Yes, so we head into our first proper level here, Windmill Isle 2, and, well, it sounds like you struggled with parts of this, Lauren? Is it this one or at a later stage, maybe?
No, later stage, not this one. Well, okay. I mean, like I said, I still wasn't quite used to the back view super speed, and I couldn't track what was going on. But luckily, you can just damage boost through things, and it's fine at this point. But no, there's a later speed stage that not fun, but not this one. This one's fine.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster. It's streamlined in some ways and bloated in others. Because like with this, you no longer get item boxes, no speed shoes, no shields, invincibility.
I didn't even notice that. You're right.
Yeah.
And,
Imagine my reaction when like fresh new Sonic fan me played a game where there were items and Sonic
Like, what
on
the hell are
invincibility.
these?
Yeah. Mind blown.
There's items?
Well, and part of that is that you don't need this. You don't need to be going any fucking faster for one thing, but
No, if you want to go
enemies.
faster, there's the boost.
Yeah, enemies largely are not a threat in this game. There are some points where they are, but most of the time, especially in this stage, you can just blast through everything and they go flying. They definitely wanted to up the spectacle. Which is why that all the levels in this game are extremely long and stringy, is because you're boosting through them for so much time that they have to be literal miles in virtual length.
Yeah, but it makes Sonic's world feel so much bigger.
I'm not complaining about the spectacle, sure. There are
It
tons.
is funny though that they'll still put you bring you to a halt if you screw up, and also if I don't understand how to do sliding very well, and there are these small little holes you have to crawl through, which just looks really funny.
I hate that newer Sonic games don't have the crawling. They just have him like shoot forward into a slide. There's also tons of, you know, we talked about how there's no items. There are tons of collectibles. There's soundtrack records, cutscene tapes, lore books, like different souvenirs for Sonic and Chip to check out in each country. They just don't do anything in gameplay.
I was wondering if any of those actually had any gameplay effect.
I mean, I don't think they do. I never got far enough into the HD version to really like figure out if they have any effect. I'm still gonna collect them though.
I think you might be able to get stuff for like certain NPC missions early, maybe.
I got a couple of chili dogs actually from doing a couple of missions.
Yeah, the NPC missions are also not necessary at all. Mostly they can just provide EXP, or some of them actually have medals in them, I think. But yeah, so very much in line with what we've been doing up to this point. This game it's still kind of slippery in 3D. There's, you know, trying to do precise things so you can fall off of stuff. I died like a bitch at a very stupid place. But this is also the first level with a 2D section, which is where most of the actual platforming in this game happens.
Oh yeah.
Nothing that crazy in this stage, but and it apparently it's been a trend for a while now that the first stage in a Sonic game is kind of pointless, because what do you actually do here? You run through this big stage, and then we just go back to town. It's like, it sure sucks that we can't make any progress.
I like to think that they were just trying to find somebody who knows who Chip is.
By running at 900 miles an hour and destroying.
I was going to say, by breaking the sound barrier through some small Greek town.
Yeah,
and you know who this guy is? And you know who this guy is?
Imagine exactly what I'm imagining.
Or maybe finding a place that Chip was familiar with. I don't know.
Well, he's got amnesia. He's not familiar with anything.
No, but like maybe it's the thought process of like, oh, maybe he'll see something and like
just
a sleeper agent.
A blur of nothing but colors because Sonic is running faster than his brain can keep up with. Hey Chip, do you recognize this place?
Do you recognize this specific blur? No, I don't think so.
Anyway, Chip remembers nothing and is known by nobody, but night falls and Sonic transforms back into the Werehog, which that name was made up by fans, which is probably why the dialogue never says it out loud and they don't realize it translates to man-pig.
Wait.
Made up by fans? Really?
Yep, made up by fans before the game came out, and then they put it on the little logo on the level up screen.
Oh, okay. Well, it is in the game. I was like, you're telling me it's not in the game? Okay, you're just saying.
Hallucinated it.
What if it was all a dream? Yes. So Sonic transforms back and he says, I need to be careful who sees me like this. What does that imply? What does he think is going to happen?
I don't know, and nothing does, because if you talk to NPCs, they don't care.
Yeah.
I think he was just worried about scaring people.
I suppose. But oh no, the worst has happened. Dan Green, the ice cream man, is depressed because the world is in danger. Why is this man portrayed as unreasonably alarmist? That's exactly how everyone should be reacting.
True, he's the only one who seems to be all that concerned about the planet splitting.
Look, weird things happen all the time. Like, the moon got blown up in the past. Like, it all works out.
He's also sneaky.
It's funny though, because that's like that's one of the first mentions we get of this.
He is sneaky.
And you know, Sonic's just been sitting around eating ice cream with Chip Thorndike here. You know, it's weird.
Don't call him Chip.
It's not like that. Don't do Chip that dirty. Not that he's good, but like putting him on that level is just unfair.
All right.
I'm glad we all agree on something.
All right. Werehog's arms stretch to catch the falling ice cream, and that's a really weird thing they added.
Yeah, I don't really get why.
I'll tell you why. It's because his gameplay is meant to be God of War, and they need the Blades of Chaos.
Yeah, I know it's supposed to be God of War, but give us a fucking lore reason why the arms stretch, god damn it.
Well,
I have kind of an idea. Yeah, well, you might notice if you're fighting some of the enemies at night, their arms will also stretch.
Huh, I actually didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I'm just
this is
leave
just a thing Dark Gaia does.
Okay, well, which trying to leave it a mystery as to why Sonic gets this beast form
Yes. So we
and
have
who
control
the
now.
monster thing is.
We have control now, and we head into our first night stage. Not just talking about the gameplay yet, because hey, Tails is here. He's being attacked by strange monsters.
And he
Yeah.
flies away, and then
Yep.
cowers behind a pillar instead of continuing to fly away.
And according to Sonic Forces haters, that's the worst thing he could ever do, but it's in this game, so I guess that makes it okay, even though he's not suffering from the trauma of watching Sonic die and enduring a brutal war for 6 months. Sorry.
No, yeah, this is really dumb, especially because it's like, all right, so yeah, this is my first Sonic game, and I don't have a whole lot of thoughts about Tails. I'm just like, that's a child. But then it's like in Adventure 2, he stops a fucking missile all by himself.
Yeah.
He does all of this like stuff all by himself, so I'm just like now reflecting on it later, like why
He's
why
been
is
getting
he cowering
diminished
like
since that game, and he will not see the light of God until later. I don't know why I said it.
Oh, I
That's
know.
not right.
The light of God.
I think I meant to
Uh-huh.
say anything about redemption, but I went to Jesus. Anyway, Windmill Isle Night. It's Werehog gameplay. This is
Yeah.
you got combat, you got mindless puzzles, and you've got most of the actual platforming in this game.
Yeah, that's strange. The Werehog has more platforming than regular Sonic.
I mean, from a mechanic standpoint, that makes sense.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
he's got
no, mechanics wise, sure.
stretchy arm, so he can do a lot more acrobatics with
Well,
the
and
platforming.
he's slower. It's more methodical.
Yeah. One thing I do not like is how long the Werehog stages are.
Don't worry, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Lord,
This first one isn't too long though.
No,
It's-
but it's still painful.
it's still like 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, some of the
And-
06 stages I played were 10 minutes.
I know, but like in comparison to like the daytime stage
Okay,
where
yes,
you can just
yes,
like
Yes,
blast
the
through.
the gameplay time despair in words. Anyway, discrepancy, thank you. Is ridiculous. You spend way more of the game playing as the Werehog when he is fun, but the inferior gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you like this kind of gameplay, it's maybe fun. I'm not a beat 'em up guy, so like not really a fan of the combat.
I enjoy
the-
God of War, so
The platforming stresses me out because sometimes the lock-on just doesn't work,
I did notice that a few times.
and then I just die. Have to do it again. I'm a Sonic Chronicles defender, so it's not like I'm opposed to different gameplay types in the Sonic series.
Sure.
This, like, it feels like they didn't really try to theme it with Sonic. They just put non-Sonic stuff and then turned Sonic into not Sonic. Like, if they had like movesets that were more in line with Sonic instead of making Sonic a stretchy werewolf thing, I might forgive it more. If the enemies weren't these weird demon monsters that were completely unrelated to anything we've ever seen. I mean, there are Eggman robots too, but Eggman robots haven't looked like Eggman robots for so long. I miss the animal robot designs. Bring them back. I know they'll be back.
There's a few of those.
Yeah, I know there are a few of them, but they're not as common anymore.
The Badnik designs are more Eggpon than Badnik.
Well, even then, I don't like the robot designs in this game, because Egg Fighters, like, they technically have faces, but you can't see them most of the time. Like, they're not personable.
So it just doesn't really feel like they tried to make it. It feels like they forced Sonic into a different game instead of like changing the formula a little bit. If that, I'm not sure if that really.
No,
that's true, but that's how it feels.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
My problem is that, well, for one thing, the platform, it's a little jank. It's not the worst, I would say. If you're holding the B button, you can almost always latch onto things typically, but it definitely feels stressful because they like to make jumps just barely far enough for you to make it. I feel like a lot of problems in a lot of Sonic games can be solved by making Sonic slightly more powerful than the stage is built for. But
yeah.
Combat-wise, my issue is that, there's not a lot of variety in enemy types. Like, across this whole game, for how much of it you do, there's only like 8 or 9 enemies total. And I think it's the combat very button mashy. You can do a lot of different things by alternating different buttons, especially once you upgrade the Werehog's moveset.
That's a problem I have.
We'll get to that. But it's also that it just doesn't feel very impactful to me, because I do like some of these kind of games. I'm not a big character action game guy, but I played some of them. So, Metal Gear Rising, both Nier games, Kingdom Hearts is a lot of that.
Yeah.
What I've played of Musos, like Hyrule Warriors, have this very exaggerated response to battling lots and lots of enemies, where you feel the power behind your hits as they go just flying across the battlefield. This doesn't have that. It feels like a wet slap a lot of time when you hit things.
Yeah.
Well, especially because I didn't realize that you can also be hitting the Y button for combos. So I was just mashing X the entire time and just literally open palm slapping the enemies.
So
the
here's the problem, though. Initially, I don't think Sonic actually has a combo that mixes a light and heavy attacks.
Doesn't seem to.
He does. It didn't seem like it until I started upgrading him.
Yeah, no. If you just mash all of the face buttons, he will do various things. Because he has attacks using the jump button. He has attacks using the grab button. It's just that the game doesn't tutorialize you on this, and importantly, you can still get through a lot of this game by just mashing one or two buttons.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not really incentivized to learn it.
Yeah, these stages also are deliberately padded out. You talked about not a lot of enemy variety, and I mean, it's not like we haven't seen this in other Sonic games, bad Sonic games though, where you just have enemy gauntlet after enemy gauntlet. It's not interesting. It's just tedious. And yeah, you talked about, oh my gosh, there are a lot of completely pointless quote unquote puzzles here where it's just brain dead. Move a block over here, pull a lever just to open a door that's 5 feet away. Completely busy work sorts of things.
Once we get to Savannah Citadel, there's a lot of that there. So yeah, it's like it's not the worst thing in the world, but the fact that it is padded, and it also just is padding. They created this specifically because they thought the game wouldn't be long enough with daytime Sonic, which they might have been right if I'm honest, but they made Sonic Colors later and nobody had a problem with that game being shorter, so
yeah.
I guess if it were just the 8 main stages, then that 7, I don't even know. I don't know how many fucking stages this game has, but yeah, I don't know. And yes,
presumably, if they didn't include the werehog, they could have made at least like 1 or 2 more stages though in the day stages, surely.
Well, and this game has bonus acts and it has DLC acts, and a bunch of the DLC is stuff that was cut out of the main game anyway. So
fascinating.
Yeah. And my last problem is that, back in 06, I called it the werehog problem, where you introduce a new combat-focused gameplay style, but that combat takes longer than regular Sonic does against the same enemies, which diminishes how strong it's supposed to feel. And so, when you're fighting egg fighters and having to take down their long-ass health bars when Sonic blasts through them in one hit, it's like, this big burly werehog doesn't exactly feel like a real threat.
Yeah, Sonic werehog kind of feels like a downgrade.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but that's kind of true. Also, little thing, but I hate that there's not a clear indicator when an enemy is dead. Like, you can eventually kind of understand what their death animation looks like, but all the time I keep attacking an enemy and they're like, oh wait, it's dead already.
There is a sound cue for it, but yeah, the fact that enemies can keep being juggled by you after they're dead is like, do I stop yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've ran into that a few times, and then I was like, oh wait, no, that thing's dead. I saw its health bar, empty.
And lastly, we're still getting the best possible experience because Unleash Recomp allows you to turn off the one battle track they made for this game.
So, I realized that was a setting, turned it off, and it was very jarring. I was like, where's the jazz?
It's not...
Honestly, yeah, I don't mind it. I didn't turn that setting off because I wanted the original soundtrack experience. It's not a big deal.
No, not really.
In my opinion. I think it's fine.
Okay, well, you guys are fucking crazy and need to die. No, I'm sorry. Part of it for me is that I love the night stage themes in this game, and so that gets in the way a lot of the time, because you still get jazz, and importantly, they're not like so low energy that I think they need a battle theme. But either way, playing an entire game with one battle theme, I think, is bad. I like that Kingdom Hearts makes a unique one for every level. I think that's what they should have done.
I'm so used to video games also that spam a single music track over and over. Like, if it's really repetitive or dull, then that can get terrible. But the battle theme in this game isn't that bad, so it's fine in my opinion.
Yeah, it's catchy enough that it's not like ear grating.
Okay. Well,
it's totally subjective.
We went with a mini boss called a Dark Titan. It's just a big guy with a club. You can do AoE ground slams. You can
I
block
actually
in this
kind of
game.
struggle with this a little bit because I'm just so bad. But after this, I upgraded my life a whole ton, and then it wasn't a big deal after that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
just used the unleash meter and took him down in like 5 seconds.
The unleash meter doesn't feel like it does anything.
Really?
I kind of forgot about the unleashed
It
meter
makes you
until
faster
like
and stronger.
halfway
Part of it
through.
is that when it's not upgraded, it's very, very short.
Yeah, that is a problem.
So yeah, and yes, that level's 10 minutes long, and that's with me using mods that make the Werehog a little bit faster. Day stage took less than 3 for me. And this is encapsulated in, yes, this game has a leveling system. You get EXP from enemies. Sonic has 2 things to level up. Werehog has 5. What that suggests about the distribution of gameplay content, I'll let you figure out for yourselves. Yeah, moveset, strength, blocking, health, and unleash mode. Don't upgrade the block. It basically is not useful except when blocking the aforementioned AoE attacks. You can tank through with health a lot of the time anyway. So yes, we save Tails. That's what's important. And Chip gives him some chocolate.
Don't give foxes chocolate.
Don't give animals chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Actually,
say,
don't give most animals chocolate. True.
I don't think Chip should be eating chocolate either.
Well, we
He's
don't
like
know what the hell Miku is.
He's like a Chihuahua fairy imp thing.
I don't know.
I think computer programs can eat chocolate just fine.
Actually, yeah, Miku can probably eat chocolate. She's a robot.
She wants all the chocolate. She sang about it, I'm pretty sure.
Also, Tails barely reacts to Sonic being the Werehog, so like clearly, what was Sonic for? Whatever.
Tails is so used to weird shit happening that he just kind of glances over it.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, well, it's another Tuesday.
Well, Tails is thankfully, his mind is on the right track because he's saying we need to fix this broken planet problem. So we're gonna get the help of Professor Pickle from Spagonia University. Those are 2 hells of names.
I love those names. They're incredible.
The name Professor Pickle gives me energy.
I wish there was a Spagonia University like shirt. Like one of those fake like college shirts. I think that would have been so much fun to have.
I swear I've seen one before.
Fans have probably made it.
A nice obscure reference that only very specific people will get. But yes, we're off to Spagonia. And also Tails in this moment, I need to point this out. Last week, and by last week I mean a while ago, we were talking about Sonic Rush Adventure. And we said, oh, you know, Tails has the red plane in this game, but it's not there at the end of the game. Do we ever see that plane again? And I said, oh yeah, you know, in Sonic Unleashed, Tails says, my Tornado 1 will get there in a flash, and he has the red plane. If you look at the textures on the plane, it says Tornado 3.
I wonder if in Japanese he says Tornado 3.
I don't know.
One hell of a mistranslation, then.
That is a hell of a mistranslation. I was considering playing this game in Japanese. Now I wonder if I should have.
I maybe should do that to improve Chip's voice. But yeah, so I misremembered in the Rush Adventure playthrough, but this game was gaslighting me, so I don't know. Anyway, you guys ready for more fucking padding?
Okay,
I'm always ready for padding.
This is the point that I realized, wait a second. Everyone complains about the Werehog. It's not just the Werehog. This game pulls out all the stops to pad out the runtime.
Yes, indeed. We have a plane level, which is not necessarily a bad thing. We've got a couple of those across the series. But it's not like...
They're usually bad, though.
I mean, it's forgettable in Adventure 1. It's whatever. But it's not fake Star Fox like that game, which I felt it was at least diegetically fitting. No.
Well, it was actual gameplay also.
This is just QuickTime events. This is like 5 minutes of QuickTime events.
Yeah, in fact, one of the I think either one of the mods or one of the recomp options is to speed it up. It still is too long.
Yeah, so
I just do not like QuickTime events. So I was dreading this boss.
Yeah, no, QuickTime events are bad gameplay design.
I'm not that binary. I don't like them for this game. You know, there's a couple in the Sonic stage where the game slows down. It's like, press these buttons to do a cool flip. And I don't love that, but it's one thing. Yeah. And like the Werehog can get some if you do his grabs, but you don't have to. But this, it's unavoidable.
God, yeah.
No, there is one boss where you have to do QuickTime events.
But it's not that hard. But
it's not this, but it's coming up.
But yeah, it says to press a button and you press it and you get penalized if you don't press it. And there's no particular rhyme or rhythm. It's just a lot of robots to shoot.
And it's at random. So you can't even be like,
try
to like remember what buttons to press.
Yeah.
But this is where I start kind of having a problem with the game's continuity at the beginning a little bit.
Okay.
I might hold off a little bit longer till we get us to a specific cutscene, but
it's not this
is where
specific
it
part that
starts.
messes it up. It's the later part that messes this up.
Yeah.
So I guess we don't have to talk that long about it because it's really simple to explain what's wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much
Not much
to
to
talk
it, yeah.
about.
Yeah. I didn't fail a single QTE, but I still only got a B rank because I fat fingered the button one time, which broke my combo.
Oof.
So you have to do literally perfect to get an S rank.
I don't even know what my rank was here. I think I just mashed through the end screen.
I got a C.
A
got
C
a
for
rock.
killer.
It's a C for
I
killer.
ignored the ranks here because the game often gave me a terrible rank because I am bad at this bad game.
Oh yeah, I do not give a crap about ranks in general.
If this was the Wii version, I would care because it's like I played that version so much as a kid. This version, I'm just kind of like, it's fine.
Kayla, you were hunting for good ranks last night.
Just on the one level.
Anyway,
I watched you do it still.
Yeah.
We arrive in Spagonia, inspired by Siena, Italy.
Yeah.
It's not as visually impressive as Aptos, if I'm honest, but whatever.
I still like Spangonia.
It's
I don't dislike
inspired
it.
by Italy, but it doesn't really feel like Italy to me. It feels generically European.
I was about to say it's
Generically
just,
European city.
it's
Well,
just
there
a
are-
generic European city.
Yeah,
there are
it could
definitely
be
some
Germany.
country pastiches, as we'll see when we get to Mazari, but
Sure,
um,
yeah.
Siena is the most obvious inspiration.
Oh god,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah,
there's
yeah.
also like a little bit of inspiration from like Spain and France, I think.
Yeah.
The
well, and
Romance
this level has a giant
places.
clock tower that's very Big Ben, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. Time to blow off everything except the university. You can just run past everybody.
Right.
And you finally get to learn about a whole pack of robots.
Oh my gosh! As we're doing the Deep Dive Zone podcast, I'm learning where certain memes come from.
Yeah.
It's very informative.
I forgot to
Yes.
mention, the intro cutscene also has a meme in it, a shot of Sonic's face that I've seen all over the internet.
Actually, though,
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Yep.
Actually, though, here's the thing: is that that's not the one that's all over social media, because the one that's over social media is a prototype version where he has a much more rubbery expression. Anyway, yes, Pickle's understudy here, voiced by Jason Griffith, doing extremely nasally performance.
So it
calls
is
us-
Jason.
It is Jason, yes.
Okay, I always thought that as a kid, but I was like, there's no way.
Of
He
course,
tells us
voice
that
actors do
Professor
everything.
Pickle got kidnapped by Eggman, and there's this really weird moment where Chip's like, if he's not feeding him, I'd hate to be like that. I'd rather be dead. And he like fake dies, and yeah, like has to his soul climb back into his body or whatever. But the whole time that he's doing that, it plays that like muted brass sound effect you see in cartoons, except he just cuts off and keeps repeating, which makes it sound like it's broken.
It's a very drawn out moment in
A
general too.
little
It's
bit.
not
Yeah.
it's like it's a very one note joke, but it's like, why does it take so long? Why like you're watching it, and you're like, why are we still doing this bit?
I thought it was maybe a sneaky hint, because like if Chip has like weird supernatural powers, maybe they're more than meets the eye.
He was dead.
They can separate their soul from their body.
Anyway, yes, Professor was kidnapped by Eggman, so we have to wander around town asking people where and why. I know that you just have to talk to the little girl. I assume the rest of you didn't.
I think I
No,
did, 'cause
I
I
just-
played this section before.
Well, it's not very hard to just match through a bunch of dialogue until
No,
you eventually
yeah,
find it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think I eventually found the right person to explain what was going on.
Which is, they were heading for Mazuri, another country on another continent. Actually, it's a village, but yeah, time to go there, I guess.
Yeah, I get confused on like if these places are the name of the cities or the name of the country.
I
I
assume the
think-
country.
I think it just depends. Well, so they all have national flags. But
Yeah.
the thing is,
Well,
only
cities
some
have
of them are
flags.
countries. Because like when we get to Empire City, that's not a country unto itself because it's part of the United Federation.
Yeah.
And then Spangonia, it acts like it's its own city, right?
Well-
Because it has Spangonia University. I don't know. Maybe I can't.
They didn't think about
It's
it. That
not impossible for a city to have the name of a country.
True. City states also exist.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, in some places, you just what rules apply can be inconsistent. I don't know.
Cities also have flags, to be fair.
Also true,
Wait.
yes. Anywho, Mazuri. It is a pastiche of African countries. There's a bit of Mali, Madagascar, Rwanda, even a little bit of Egypt in some of these hieroglyphs.
It feels mostly like Eastern Africa to me.
It
like
feels,
Rwanda, Madagascar.
It just feels weird to me because you have the giant clay buildings of like Timbuktu in Savannah Citadel,
which is Western Africa.
Well, and all these people are just living in like little huts with straw roofs, so it's like
yeah.
And of course, most real people in Africa just live in cities. They don't look that strikingly different to any other city. I don't know. We don't need to go into a whole like cultural portrayal here thing.
I did find it kind of weird that I talked to one of the NPCs and they're like, "You're looking for a professor? What's a professor? Is that something tasty to eat?"
Yeah, like, buddy.
I'm assuming that was just language barrier.
Well,
I guess.
We get to that cutscene later on, and the dude in the whitest voice imaginable goes, "Who are you?"
That's fair.
Like,
that's fair.
I don't know. It's like it's a little weird, but not gonna dwell on it. I don't feel good about dwelling on it, but it is a thing. Anyway, we don't even have to bother talking to people. This is another just walk through the town, go right to the stage. Savannah Citadel. You might have thought the pattern was day stage, night stage, but this game really plays by its own rules and just kind of serves you whatever levels it feels like.
Yeah, we got a lot of night this episode.
Yeah, and this one is kind of drab because it's like, I like the idea of an African savannah level. That's not what this is. You are mostly indoors here.
Yeah, and there are a lot more puzzles in this stage. It gets slightly more complicated.
Oh god,
like
there's so much fucking block pushing and like levers to move things. It's so slow.
Yeah, it complicated in that it takes forever.
Yeah.
I think I just kind of like breezed through the level. I've also played this level before. I've pretty much played this game up till.
It's not that it's hard. You know, there's less bottomless pits here than the first stage, I think.
Yeah. Well, there's one big area like kind of towards the end where you're having to walk across the like tightrope area.
Yeah.
Which I did almost fall off of, but then I like teched it and landed Sonic down somewhere. I don't even remember what I did. I just remember screaming.
Yeah, I remember a section where there's like some saw blades you have to jump around or something, and then at the very end I did the not homing attack, but it has the same reticle, the arm attack that helps you platform. Didn't malfunction, and it just sent me back, and I got annoyed. Although it is funny, the werehog scream is top tier when they fall in a pit. It does make me laugh every time.
Yeah.
That's a good scream.
Fun fact, Jason Griffith recorded this entire game with strep throat.
That explains a lot.
Specifically for the werehog, I think.
I mean, I think he did both around the same time, but yeah. Which is impressive because it's generally pretty decent performance of Sonic. I'm not annoyed by his voice in this game like I am in 06.
Well, in 06, he just sounded very diff. Here, he has, like, actual emotion.
Sorry. Yeah, so this level it's not hard, it's just kind of boring. You get demonic flower enemies in this one. That's a new type. They're really easy.
They're easy, but also very annoying to deal with.
I'll say the
problem is that they're immobile, so they don't group up with the other enemies. You have to go out of your way to go kill them.
Yeah. Well, at this point, I had leveled up I think I leveled up combat first, and so Werehog's running Y button attack when you're dashing is like this flurry of blows that they can usually kill them in one attack. So I just spam that a lot. I do like one part of this level, which is where you have to hit buttons to make platforms move, but you hit the buttons specifically by picking up one of the little chihuahua enemies and fucking chucking it at them.
It's kind of cathartic.
This game.
Okay, I somewhat noticed that later that like the not that, because that's just annoying. Like, but specifically when you're button mashing through a lot of enemies, I'm taking out my rage at this game just a little bit during these sections.
This game definitely believes in the power fantasy of bullying tiny monsters. Yeah,
definitely. This was the first time the game was like I don't think this is people's normal experiences, but I just got unlucky and the game decided to be mean. There was one section where you have like a lot of blocks to move around and you have to like raise and lower platforms,
Yeah.
And put the blocks on the platforms and turn these stupidly slow cranks. And like I jumped to one part, and then an enemy like spawned in the air because I got close enough to them, and then like I can't actually get up to the next section. I got to go back down and then reset the switches, and then the enemy just kept shooting at me from above, and as I was trying to turn, as I was trying to turn a switch. No,
oh yeah.
And every time it hits you, then you get beat out of the turning animation, and you have to do it again, and
that's annoying. Just like, I know exactly the section you're talking about, because that enemy is flying, and it's in a different part of the level that you're supposed to climb up to and actually swing off it to get a little collectible, so you can't even get to it while you're doing that.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't kill this, so I just have to deal with its existence.
Yeah, that experience is not as unusual as you might think.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. If you do the puzzle correctly, that you don't have to deal with that, but if you don't realize you can't make it, then yeah.
Let's see. The last part of this level is just a long enemy gauntlet with a lot of egg fighters. I used to die to that a lot. I don't now, but...
I think I died once just because I did not...
I don't remember if I died.
Plan it very well, but...
They spawn in multiple waves, and there are power-ups littered around here, because Werehog has boosters for defense, attack, and just health restoratives that are hidden in the props that you can break. So if you plan it out, you can do okay, but yeah.
There's also like a little attack power up and a shield power up in the room prior. So if you time it right, you can kind of have that at the beginning.
Yeah, my problem is that I love rampaging and breaking through everything. And if you break something, power-ups can disappear. So.
Yeah, so you have to be really careful with it.
So, we make it to Eggman's secret base after this level, and we rescue Professor Pickle, an old man who the game makes a joke where he has skewed priorities, right? Because he was kidnapped and imprisoned, but all he's interested here is critiquing Eggman's sandwich-making abilities. That joke kind of falls flat in the let's have a relaxed vacation while the world is dying game.
He's also the most aggressively British man I've heard in a while.
I actually like Professor Pickle. He's fun.
Oh, I don't dislike him. It's just like, I was not expecting how British he was.
And it's funny because it's Dan Green again.
I could tell that. He does a good job though with the professor's voice. I never heard what he sounded like before, and I like it.
No, I don't think I had either. And I like
that they had all these guys voiced by Dan Green because they're like, Knuckles isn't in this game, and we usually give Dan more work. Paycheck. So, but yes, we get the professor. He loves his cucumber sandwiches.
That's ironic because his name is Pickle.
Yeah.
Oh.
I actually have made the sandwich before. It is pretty good.
Oh, cucumber sandwiches are quite good. I've had them. I had them in London, actually.
Oh, that's why he's British.
They are British.
Specifically, you ate this one type of sandwiches.
Cucumber sandwiches are actually British. They're tea time food.
Okay, well, anyway. We steal his research back too, and Chip gives him some chocolate. Where is he getting these?
That's his power. He can manifest chocolate.
I was gonna say, don't worry about it.
Power I want.
But we get out of there, and through his research, we learn that the beast Eggman has unleashed is called Dark Gaia, which I spoiled earlier, so I don't know why I was trying to not worry about Chip's name. But
that's true, yeah.
It is not a god of destruction. It is the god of destruction. Get out of here, Chaos, because this.
How many gods of destruction do we fucking?
Well, Chaos is like a assigned god of destruction. He wasn't originally.
Sure.
Yeah. He's not actually a god. He's just a mutated child.
Just
the real god of destruction is Dark Gaia.
Yeah, this is the capital D destruction guy, because Dark Gaia sleeps in Earth's core, and when the time is right, he destroys the world. Because I guess that you just gotta do it.
I guess the cycle of life.
Yeah, it's kind of like a yin-yang situation, or at least that's how I like to think of it. It's like you can't have creation without destruction. You can't have destruction without creation. Something prolific like that.
Something.
I don't know. Editor, make me sound smart.
Well, good thing the editor's in the call.
I don't know if I can do that when other people are talking over you.
That's fair. That happens a lot.
Yes, that's the main theme of this podcast. Anyway,
just say some smart sounding words, Kayla, quickly.
Fuck.
Oh, yes,
good job.
Very intellectual. So anyway, Dark Gaia is meant to destroy the world, but it wasn't meant to do it yet. Eggman woke it up early, which is why that's why the world is broken apart but not dying, and also why Dark Gaia turned into purple mist is because it wasn't ready yet.
Pull me back, I'm not done!
He collapsed under his own form.
Yeah. But this was all prophesied by an ancient dead religion called the Gaians, which I think were humans, ? But they built special temples specifically for the purpose of right now reviving the Chaos Emeralds and putting the continents back in place.
Yeah, kind of strange. Pretty convenient.
Yeah, very convenient.
Well, it's very weird because the Gaia civilization is extremely underplayed in this game. But you know, the 4 great civilizations, they were the second. The first was the Ancients from Sonic Frontiers, but that's canon.
Huh, interesting, okay.
But yes, each of the continents has one Gaia temple on it, and our goal is to get access to each one, revive the Chaos Emerald, and put the stuff back in place, save the world. Very Sonic-y plot. And hey, we already did one of Mazari's 2 acts, so we might as well go for this one first. It's funny because we were just in Mazari, and then the cutscene took us back to Spagonia, but now we get introduced to the map screen where you have to manually move back to Mazari, change the position of the sun.
Sonic is a solar man, sir.
He has the power of God and anime on his side.
It actually is weird because I don't think the background changes, so it literally does move the sun rather than the Earth.
It does just move the sun.
I guess geocentrism is canon in Sonic.
Damn.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It's canon to Xenoblade along with Flat Earth.
It's true, actually.
But yeah, so we select Mazari in the daytime, and this is that cutscene. This is the cutscene that throws a wrench in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because we get Eggman's robots menacing the townspeople. This is where we get, "Who are you?" But Eggman wants the Gaia temples. And this kid throws a rock at his head, and Proto-Orbot here laughs at him.
Yeah, why is the color wrong?
Because this is a prototype model.
Yeah, it's technically this is not Orbot. Technically, this is called SA55.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's honestly kind of funnier than Orbot.
He's so monotone and just nasty.
I am the rare non-hater of Orbot and Cubot.
Oh, I don't dislike Orbot and Cubot. I just think they're not as funny a lot of the time as
the problem is that across this game, Proto-Orbot talks a lot of shit to Eggman.
Yeah, that's why I think it's funny.
And all of Orbot's actual character profiles say things like, "Oh, he doesn't actually like Eggman, and he likes making fun of him or you know, dissecting his stuff." That pretty much only happens in this game. The rest of it is he's just kind of annoying. Like, I don't know. Anyway, Sonic breaks in to save the day, and this is the problem, is that Eggman is like, "How are you still alive?" And it's like, didn't you just see us in the egg cauldron fight in the plane level?
Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it also messes with that thing Lauren talked about in the intro, where he should probably just, you know, I didn't think he was killing Sonic there.
Yeah.
But they clearly wrote this cutscene before the Sky Chase battle was implemented. That's my guess.
I'm guessing so. Or like, I know the Sky Cauldron is not in the Wii version or the PS2
so that cutscene
version,
actually works there.
Yeah, that cutscene works in that version of the game. It doesn't really work in the HD version.
Yeah. So I just remove that from the game. If you have to keep everything else, whatever. But that one, and there's another one later. So even if you did remove that one, it's not like you'd miss out on the thrilling QTE gameplay.
Oh wow.
God, there's another one.
Yeah.
There are 2 Sky Chases in Sonic Adventure as well, so of course.
But yes, Sonic chases him off, and that means that we can go to another daytime stage. It feels like it's been a fucking hour since the last one, probably because it has.
It has been about an hour.
Savannah Citadel Day. This stage just exudes sheer joyful energy. I love the music here. That was part of the game's reveal.
The music
trailer.
is so catchy.
It's prototype Planet Wisp, because you gotta climb up the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd much rather play this over Planet Wisp.
Yes, I would 100% rather play this.
Anyway, yeah, you know, like I said, African Savannah, a good setting for Sonic gameplay, and this one actually does have that, where he can blast across the plains. And unlike the Werehog stage, the Clay Fortress has enough verticality to actually feel like an interesting location to do platforming in.
Mm-hmm.
and you also don't stay there the entire stage. That helps. Oh yeah, this is the music. I don't know if you guys remember talking about this, but back in our literal very first episode, we talked about Sonic 1 8-bit, and the credits music in that game has a similar, if not quite the same, melody to this level's music.
Huh.
Strange.
I think it's probably a coincidence, but yeah. It's sort of the same deal as, Tales of Steam and SA1 and Bridge Zone in that same game are also similar for some reason.
Huh.
So, yeah, I generally enjoy this level.
It's a good level.
It's fun.
It's fine, yeah.
It ends, the second half of the level is this big baobab tree forest ending with an absolutely massive one that, yeah, you platform around in this closed 2.5D loop. And in the video, I forgot that I didn't have certain upgrades yet, and I made some dumbass mistakes, but
Oh.
Yeah, I screwed up a few times here and looped me around a few times.
I think I only messed up once, but it wasn't too drastically of a mistake because then he just bounced off of some jump pads and it got him.
Yeah,
right
I don't think you can die in this portion.
No, I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure you can. I feel like I have done that at some point, but
maybe, I don't know. I didn't die, at least. I haven't. Yeah. Still just under 3 minutes compared to the fucking 12-minute last stage for me, though. And when we finish that, we are thrown immediately into the next cutscene for a boss fight.
Okay.
Along with this extremely ironic line where Eggman says, "How'd you get here so quickly?"
Oh yeah, I mean, that was intentional, I'm sure.
Yeah. But we got a big mech to fight. Sonic stands and poses to look cool, and then Chip ruins it by being annoying.
That happens a lot. When I say there's cute little animation details, I mean it's more so coming from Sonic, not from Chip.
Right, yeah.
There's one later that I like from Chip, but yeah. But yes, the Egg Beetle, an intimidating big robot bug with this huge crushing mandible and missiles and slow-moving aerial mines.
Okay, so I think I was suffering from massive skill issue during this fight because I could not for the life of me hit this boss except during specifically the direct charge in the side view of this boss. Otherwise, whenever I tried to hit it, it just didn't work. Yeah.
Oh, I got most of my hits in 3D.
This boss took me 16 minutes long. It was infuriating.
God.
I hated it.
God damn.
I forgot you could boost to catch up to him and get some hits in that way when you're in 3D.
That's how I was doing
it mostly. In 3D, this thing is almost always vulnerable.
Yeah.
You get close.
No, go ahead. Tell me how it's supposed to be done.
You get close, and I think maybe it'll attack once, but then it'll leave itself open for attack. And if you boost into it, you can just keep boosting and it'll keep taking damage, and you can take like a third of its HP per cycle that way, in seconds. I think my time for this boss is like 40 seconds if I rush. I don't because I try to get the medals on this boss. Don't fucking put medals in a boss fight.
Yeah.
God, no.
Yeah, that's a bizarre choice.
That's a really bizarre choice.
I hate the Metal Sonic boss in Forces as well, because that's technically counted as a level rather than a boss, so they put red rings in it.
Yes, that one annoys me to no end. I was like, I want to get those fucking red rings.
Anyway, but
okay.
Yeah, sorry that was a struggle.
Good to know that this boss is actually designed well if you know how to do it. That it's vulnerable all the time.
Yeah.
That's good. I assumed it wasn't because whenever I got close to the boss, it just damaged me. And then I became super freaked out that I was going to die. And so I started playing it more safe and waited for the boss to come to me. But then I couldn't even do it sometimes, except, like I said, during that one particular attack for whatever reason. Part of it also is that, again, I was still getting dizzy whenever the camera was behind Sonic going super fast. I felt like I couldn't track anything. I don't know. Maybe something is just wrong with me. That perspective, I don't do very well, and this game does that a lot.
This entire series is an excellent showcase in how games condition players to play them, and I think that for a game like this, I think that we've been used to a specific standard, and so breaking with it so hard can be disorienting. So I don't blame you.
Yeah, so I got through it eventually, and it was definitely on me. But Yeah.
Also, whatever I don't remember what exact settings this game has or Recomp has, and what I'm using mods to correct. Get rid of depth of field and motion blur just in general.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I'm saying that like both to people potentially playing this game and to any developers making games. Just stop fucking doing it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Depth of field, if it's very subtle, can at least make the background of something a little less intrusive. But even like as much as like Dark Souls 1 is still kind of like I feel like my eyes are defocusing, which is why I turned it off in that game. Anyway. So yeah, sorry about that. I have fun with this, but if somebody had the experience
I had a fun
did,
time with this fight. Yeah,
it's hard to say.
I can imagine. Yeah,
That sucks.
I can imagine not enjoying it.
Yeah, that wasn't the only time that there was just I had a special experience with this game, so that's fine. It happens.
It happens to the best of us.
So we win, Eggman flies off, we find the Gaia Temple, complete with about 10 seconds of an awesome music track for the temples that doesn't really get played in this version of the game. It does get played in the Wii version, but that piano piece is very calming. But Chip flies up to this plinth, and some green energy from him it reacts to, and he's caught off guard by that. Don't interrogate what that means, don't worry about it.
Okay.
And yeah, don't look too into
Sonic places the green emerald in place to be revitalized, and that puts the continent back in place. So one down.
I feel like that continent would start getting really hot because it's closer to the core now. That's partially
Don't think
exposed.
about it.
I mean,
Look, I can't help it.
It's only closer, as in it's close as it was to start with. I guess the fact
but
that
the core
is
exposed.
It's magical. It's magic.
They're being protected by what? Who knows? But yeah, they're being protected.
We go back to Spagonia. That's what's important. So we tell Pickle Inspector that the continent is back in place.
Pickles.
But on our way there, Eggman. On our way there, Amy.
Eggman?
Sorry, that was what I meant to say. Amy is here in this game, and she jumps on Sonic. Why is she here? Who knows?
Because
she detected Sonic.
Yeah, she could.
Oh, she can sense Sonic's presence. You're right.
Yeah,
maybe she's still here from Soliana. I bet Spagonia and Soliana are not that far apart.
Oh, I doubt it. If they're both in Italy.
Yeah, but we get a follow up to her joke from Sonic 06. Because in Sonic 06, Amy jumps on Silver, realizes that he's not Sonic, and slaps him in the face. In this game, she jumps on Sonic, thinks that he's not Sonic, and slaps him in the face, even though he is Sonic.
Yep, she mistakes Sonic for Sonic.
They really didn't know what to do with it.
This is a weird moment.
Glasses.
I'm honestly kind of surprised that Amy didn't see through the disguise. Like, she does later. But it's weird. I would think that was her specialty. She would be able to instantly tell it was Sonic, even though he only looks
just feel the fur.
Even then, it's more because Pickle tells her.
I think she probably did, but second guessed herself because it's the fucking werehog.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like it's like a false positive where she's like, I know that I have mistaken so many people for Sonic before, so this guy can't be him.
Maybe it is.
There's no goddamn way.
It's out. Sonic's just like, no, it is me.
Face blind the hedgehog, yeah. And of course it's weird actually. Sonic actually gets sad that she didn't recognize him, which is interesting because he usually during this era regards her as just like a stressful thing to deal with.
I mean, you'd be pretty sad if one of your friends didn't recognize you, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I cut my hair and Kayla didn't recognize me, I'd be disappointed.
Which I feel like has briefly happened before.
I've shaved.
When you shaved, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy coming up to me?
You guys come over to my place and you're like, who's this fat ass? Where's Devin?
Where all your hair go?
Hair.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting my hair.
No, but it's like it's a scenario similar to that. Like
if I were like losing my hair, I would take whatever fucking pills I gotta to do it.
God. I mean, same.
Anyway, so we go talk. Let's go talk to Pickle Inspector. Ooh. He tells us to do another stage. This one right here in Spagonia. I don't know if you can technically do the ice level first.
I did.
Oh, you did? Cool. Well, should we talk about that one first, or should we talk about Rooftop Run first?
I don't care. I did the most, so whichever order.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. All right. Well, I did Rooftop Run first because it was right here. So Rooftop Run Night, it's boring. I don't like it.
I don't
Cramped
mind it until
alleyways.
like towards the end. That climbing up that clock tower is painful for me.
Oh, the
That's
climbing of
funny.
the
That's my favorite part of the level.
Yeah, that was my favorite part also.
I don't have favorite parts in Werehog levels. I just have parts that are less inconvenient. Yeah, I didn't like that part. And the homing attack malfunctioned a few times. It's not the homing attack. Whatever. It's the homing attack place in place of it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
whatever you call it.
ledge grab, whatever. Anyway, it malfunctions sometimes, so it was kind of annoying. Although the game does have the decency to kill you if you're higher up, so you don't actually fall all the way back down. You go back to a checkpoint, so because it's something, I guess. Also, the first time I did the clock thing, it like didn't turn all the way around. Like I didn't realize you turn it to a certain point and then it stops.
Yeah, you have to get to the click, and so it doesn't...
So I just turned it most of the way, and then it started going back down again slowly, and I'm like, oh shoot, I have to rush back up there. That's the way I thought you had to do it until I died, and then came back a second time, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, it's actually easier than that.
That's bad communication on the game's part.
But the worst part of this stage, this is what I'm sure this doesn't happen to people very often, and it could even be related to the mods, for that matter. But there's a city section where there are like some gates, and you have to fight a bunch of enemy gauntlets, and you get locked in a few times. And I got kind of confused in that part because there's like a barrel you have to release, but I couldn't see the switch that was next to it. So I started backtracking, being like, is there a switch somewhere else? Then the gates spawned back in, and I'm like, oh, okay, what? That's weird. I already did the gauntlet here. And then there weren't any enemies, and I'm like, huh? And so I was just stuck, and I had to restart the level.
Oh, God.
Weird. That might be the mod. I don't know what's up with that.
I almost want to try that now.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the giant wine cellar. That does have a unique enemy with the Big Mama mini boss. It's called. It just spits out those little Scrappy Doo knockoffs if you don't kill it fast enough. Yeah. So sorry about that. That's a really weird bug. I feel like that probably is one of the mods, but I couldn't tell you which. And yeah, no, I actually like the clock tower. So I guess I'm the odd man out here because
no, I liked it.
Okay, I specifically, since I know the feel of the climbing mechanics, I don't have problems with them misfiring or failing very often, and I specifically know that you can grab and in the middle of the grab start holding the jump button, which makes Sonic like fling himself into a spin jump. So doing it fast is actually fun for me.
I think since I've done it once, I could probably go back and have a much easier time doing it again.
Sure.
It still isn't what I'd call amazing. And this is still a 13-minute stage at its fastest.
Yep.
Yeah.
When we get out of this part, Tails gives us a camera. At least he gave one to me.
Professor Pickle gave him the camera to give to Sonic.
Yeah. And we learn the town is in a strange state. Everyone dancing around like they're possessed, because they are possessed. So this is a really weird and undercooked aspect of this game, that Dark Gaia monsters can possess people and make them act weird.
Is it ever required to do it beyond this moment?
I don't think so, no.
Didn't think so.
That's actually what the Ice Cream Man was suffering from before. Kayla said he was stinky, but
that's why he was stinky.
That's Dark Gaia.
The Dark Gaia juice.
It makes people stinky and depressed, and you have to intuit
that's fair,
that.
Honestly.
Use the camera, take a picture of them, and then fight some enemies. But it is only actually required this one time. So it's like, town missions, extra acts, camera, hot dog missions. This game is so full of extra stuff. It's like the Donkey Kong 64 of Sonic games.
It's not terribly uncommon that there's extra content.
It's not as
maybe there's more.
It's not as bloated as Donkey Kong 64.
It feels different than like the Chow Garden or like the extra missions. I don't know.
Because those aren't shoved in your face.
Well, they are, is the thing. None of it's not shoved in your face per se.
I never felt like the Chow Garden is.
What it is that going to a menu and selecting City Escape and having a bunch of extra things on City Escape I can pick feels natural. Going into a hub world, finding a man selling hot dogs, and then talking to him and he's being like, hey, could you beat this level in this amount of time? And there's like 9 of those to do for every single stage. It's just strange.
I just view it as like little extra missions that you can do, like more padding for the game, I guess.
I suppose. Also, Hot Dog Guy is, I'm only mentioning him here because I don't care about the rest of this. His facial hair changes on whatever world you're on.
It does?
Yeah. They even play in the stereotypes and give him a Fu Manchu and Junon.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Yeah. I got an ancient hot dog from him and then a scorching hot dog, I think it was, in Missouri.
Anywho, that completely off topic. But anyway, yeah, we save people by fighting some dudes, and Professor Pickle Inspector explains that we're Sonic, so Amy knows that Sonic is Sonic, and whatever character dynamic that they would have had is gone now, because I think that Sonic and Amy do not share a single other conversation of voiced dialogue in this game, and every other line that Sonic can theoretically say to her is something the player chooses.
I was gonna say you can talk to her as Sonic, but
yeah, you can talk to her, but
yeah,
that's it.
So it's weird that she's in this game at all, because she doesn't really have anything to do. She kind of just is moral support, I guess.
No, she's just here because it logically is demanded that where Sonic goes, Amy must follow at this point in the series.
Basically,
I guess that's why she's in Colors DS, so which is considered.
Everyone is in Colors DS though.
Yeah, but that's canon. All that stuff is canon.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, because there's references to it in Crossworlds.
Yeah, that's why Blaze and Silver know who each other is. And the game subtly implies, have these two met before? No. Anyway, let's go have a snow day. Pickle Inspector sends us up north to Holoska, inspired by Inuit villages in the Arctic, along with some landscapes and wildlife from Greenland and the Antarctic. It's ice and snow.
It's also a really pretty stage.
I enjoy the visuals on it. I mean, it's not a difficult thing to make look good because it's all just ice and snow, and you get nice lighting. But yeah, so the hub here introduces us to water running. You have to boost along the water, which is fine for this
for me sometimes.
It's fine for this hub area.
We'll get to the stage. Just give it a second.
True. I can't jump ahead. Yes.
I beeline directly.
At first, I was. Well, it is somewhat relevant because I tried to go over the water and then it malfunctioned and made me die. And so I'm like, I guess you can't go over the water. So then I turned it to night thinking, oh, I can use the werehog to go collect the shoes. But at night, the shoes disappear. I don't know why. That doesn't make any sense. So
then can't use them, obviously.
Right, so you can't pick them up either. Oh, you're right. That's kind of weird. Wait, he should take off the shoes and then let the time pass. Did the shoes transform as well? Even if he doesn't wear them?
Feet, dude.
But it would have saved me a little bit of trouble, though. But yeah, so that was just a point of confusion. That's all.
And we do have, yes, a shoe upgrade, just like the adventure games. This game is called Sonic World Adventure in Japan, and apparently was conceptualized as a Sonic Adventure 3.
That makes kind of sense.
Like so many other games.
Like so many other games we've had to point out were conceptualized as Sonic Adventure 3.
Heroes, Shadow, 06.
You know what makes me kind of sad? Bruce knows this. When I was in Japan, I found a copy of Sonic World Adventure.
Yeah, I know.
But
you also don't have anything that could play it.
I know!
The Wii U and Wii are both region locked.
I know!
Unless you hack them.
Unless you hack them. But Kayla isn't going to do that themselves. They're going to make me do it.
Well, so allegedly, if I recall correctly, allegedly Shadow and Knuckles were going to be in this game. But no joke, they decided against this because they thought Shadow was too similar to Sonic and Knuckles was too similar to the Werehog gameplay. And I feel like me and Sonic Team must be on such monumentally different levels philosophically for that rationale to make any fucking sense.
I mean, like, I kind of get it.
Certainly.
Question mark?
Certainly, what if the Werehog was just Knuckles is a talking point in this game discussion. I don't think that would have really helped that much. It would have been a little less weird, but you would also then just realize how diminished it would make Knuckles. So it's like, you can't win.
Yeah. Also, like, what would they be doing gameplay-wise if they were even going to be playable characters?
Well, Shadow would play exactly like Sonic, assumedly, and they say that Knuckles is too much like the Werehog, so... But that's
the point of them being there.
Sonic characters are supposed to play similarly.
I guess, but there would be no point in either one of them being there if Sonic can fill both of their roles.
I mean, we don't know what the story would look like.
Yeah.
I mean, plot-wise, Sonic plots are always weird. So, like, I don't really care if the plot's gonna suffer for that. Like, I'm trying to think. Are there any... Okay, the Sonic Adventure games kind of got decent, although they definitely had problems in their plot, numerous ones. But I guess they threw enough balls and some of them hit. Yeah. But generally, I don't care about Sonic stories, except in the extent of talking about how bizarre they are. But I think it's always good, even if they play exactly the same. It just adds a little variety to have more characters. You know, it's an easy thing, I think, to do if they play the same.
Exactly.
Just swap the look.
This was the Secret Rings, I guess, was the start, but this was the era of solo Sonic, and it continued all the way up through the 2010s, and even really sort of right now with Frontier's Final Horizon is seldom recompense for that. For all that people complain, they could have, if they wanted, just made the other characters skins for Sonic and given them roles and things to do. They didn't need to, only having one gameplay type doesn't mean that you have to only have one character, or especially have only one guy who fucking matters in the story. Sonic Lost World, putting fucking Amy and Knuckles in a box that just is a friggin' standing by a tree talking to Sonic on his iPad. It's like, what's the point?
Like, we just got back from Sonic Adventure. We just got Sonic Rush Adventure. That's what I meant to say. That game does that philosophy just fine, and there was no problems there. Blaze and Sonic play very similarly.
This
is
part of the reason that Blaze is one of the most liked characters, is that none of her portrayals have ever felt like they just you're doing a fucking chore by playing as her at all. Anyway, what did we even get? Oh, fucking the stomp attack. Yeah, bounce bracelet no more. Now we just shoot directly to the ground. Except we don't, because I hate the stomp attack in this game.
Yeah, it doesn't work sometimes. Like,
Unleashed fans love this thing because it doesn't cancel your aerial momentum to use, so they think of that as an example of good physics programming because you can sort of slide around using it. I do not share this sentiment. Because everything you use to stomp for in this game is entirely stationary. So you're going to overshoot your target using the stomp at speeds above 2 miles an hour and just end up sliding off. It happens with this very first switch you use it on.
Yes, I had troubles with all the switches. Like, I had to really be careful positioning myself.
Yeah, it's nice when you're not using it on the switches. If you
I guess that makes sense. Maybe the switches are the problem.
The switches are the problem.
In every game past this, it just goes right down. It's like an air brake, and I have no problem with that. So yeah, let's head into Cool Edge. I do not care for Cool Edge.
What? Okay, it's not just me. I was like, oh my gosh, why do I hate this stage?
I thought it was pretty fun.
Well, I mean,
I think I hate it for a different reason than Lauren, but Lauren, you go off. You're going to be the one who has the most trouble here, I think.
Again, I can't really get a good handle on the speed stages in Sonic Unleashed, and this stage just does a good job at being bad, throwing in more bad things to make it harder for me. What do you got? Yeah. I already talked about the water running that just doesn't work. Sometimes randomly glitches and stops.
Oh, I didn't have that issue in this stage. I had that issue in the hub world.
So it happened to be in the stage as well.
Well, so you're supposed to hold the boost button, but what it is that Sonic bounces off of shit. So, you're going to get slowed down by the environment if you're not going exactly the direction the game wants you to.
Damn, I guess I just went the direction the game wanted me to.
Oh, I mean, I know the right direction. I did not struggle with this stage. That's not why I don't like it.
Yeah, if it's working correctly, then sometimes, again, it's a case. Okay, so, well, the weird thing is, maybe the speed controls are just slippery in general. Because even when I was running on the water, there are some parts where you have to go between narrow corridors in the ice, and if you just slam into the wall, you just die instantly. Yeah. That's no fun. But also, this is an ice level, which means ice physics. Which means I'm having a way worse time controlling Sonic, flying off the edge constantly. It is a bad time. And then this stage also has to have an ice sled, which, okay, I'll give you half a point for being a sled instead of a snowboard. You've mixed it up a little bit, but it's still bad. Yeah, that thing is not fun. Sliding all over the place on that.
Well,
And
specifically, it's that I think you can't. It's got the fucking Mach speed problem. You can't influence your jump angle when you are in midair.
Okay, that's what it was. I couldn't tell it was making it harder to control. But yeah, I think you're right on that one.
There is also exactly one egg fighter in this level that is programmed to actually lead an attack before you get to him, and he can punch you and send you into the air and flying off the track.
Whoa.
Where is that?
It's right near the end, I believe.
I must have just blasted right past it.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever ran into this guy.
Yeah, I think I boosted for like 90% of this stage.
You can't boost in the bobsled.
No. No. But when I could, I'm mostly boosting.
Yeah, so I definitely understand that struggle. I did struggle with that back in the day. I don't now. Now my problem is that I think this stage is just kind of shallow. It's one of the most linear, and the amount of actual like 3D motion that it feels like you're doing that is like active is very small, because you make one curve around that big icy field where it intentionally fucks you up with ice physics, and then almost the entire rest of this is either bobsledding, water running, which is just going forward but slightly influencing your angle to go the right way, or 2D. So I don't know. It's not my favorite. In fact, it is actually my least favorite level in this game.
I'll say they did a good job with the music. This is a fast-paced winter theme that I like better than whatever the heck.
The music's great, yeah.
In fact, I don't think there's any reason to assume we'd have complaints about any part of this game's music other than my one thing about the battle theme. No,
it's worth pointing out though, because it's an interesting thing on this podcast is people always like, oh, Sonic games are good soundtracks except for these odd exceptions. I've actually found it's maybe 50-50 actually, or if you take all Sonic games. So I'll mention it when it's relevant, and when I'm like, I don't remember the soundtrack, I'll mention it then too.
Fair, yeah.
Bruce and Kill, you like the stage better, so you can extol some of its virtues if you want.
I don't know. I can't really explain why I like it. It's just I had a good time playing it.
Well,
yeah, same
I'll
here.
say
I just enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
This is something that I think that newer games improved on. I think the consistency of the experience is just more after Unleashed, because Unleashed is very the looseness of it allows for a lot of player freedom. You know, speedruns of this game go fucking crazy. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yes, they do. I've seen a few, and I'm just like, I didn't know you could even do that in this game.
I can imagine.
How am I going to try them? No.
I think that things just work better in those games. I think that, you know, like
Fair enough.
in this game,
this was the beginning of the boost formula.
In this game, more than any, I will have homing attack misfires. Those just don't happen in modern Sonic games nowadays. Like since Generations, I have not had a lot of I homing attack something and then something gets in the way and it doesn't work.
Oh, I don't really run into
Yeah, I don't
now, in fairness,
to these levels, so I know the timing for certain things.
Well, so in fairness, my worst homing attack moments in this game are in extra and DLC acts, which are deliberately fucking nutcracker on your ballsack difficulty.
Yes, they are.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I still think that it's too jank in those respects, and I think that, you know, for all people complain about Colors Generations Forces being less momentum based and more sort of sort of binary almost than this game, they are just tighter, I think, in terms of function. So anyway, that's Cool Edge. That's the last day stage for this part. You didn't need the boost to run on water back in damn Hydra City.
Hydrocity.
How about shut the fuck up, Ossity?
Fair
enough. We reach the end. We get the key to the Gaia Temple, or like part of one. Is it like half of a key for each stage or something like that?
I think so. Yes, it is. So you get one side of the key from the daytime stages and the other half stages, and then that unlocks the boss.
Yeah,
with Chenan being the exception, I think.
Yeah, the structure of this game is so weird. But
it is.
We actually,
it is very weird.
This is the first stage. We can't get to the night stage. It's not open. So Pickleman, little help. What do you mean go to China?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like you ask Professor Pickle what's going on, and he's like, "Oh, go to this other place," and now we're going to Chunan. It's the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
Well, not yet.
Well, not yet, but yeah.
I mean, it's around the Great Wall of China.
It's around that, but you don't actually
compare it to that area because actual Chinese cities don't look like this. This looks like ancient China. If you look at Chunan's flag, it literally is just the Chinese flag, but with a phoenix instead of stars.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah. There's a guy blocking your way to the stages. So you talk to this old lady, and she gives you permission, and then he lets you by.
Well, it's really funny because you go to this guy and he's like, you can't go in without the leader's permission. And you go to the leader and they're like, help us, please go in there.
Yeah,
like,
it's
wow,
like,
thanks, guy.
Yeah, tattletale to grandma.
It's a conspiracy. You know, this guy's trying to keep it that way. He has a highly profitable merchandise industry that relies on people thinking that the Phoenix is just a myth. You know, he's running the Mystery Shack. He's Grunkle Stan. I don't know what I'm doing with this bit. It's not funny.
Trying to develop lore for this guy?
I don't know. The humans in this game are very boring anyway, so it would be something. There's no Sonic Man in this game, you know?
They really should have brought Sonic Man in here.
There's no Muffy guy. Dragon Road Knight, our final stage for this part. Not my favorite, but not my least favorite, I guess is what I would say.
I did not enjoy this one.
I think I was dreading it because I know towards the end there's a lot of platforming involving pillars and the pillars and whatever the little swingy things are. I'm like blanking on the word.
Most of this stage is surrounded by water, which is just a bottomless pit, basically, in this game.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the only part of this stage that I was just like, oh god, I'm dreading this, but I got through it no problem. I think I died like once because the grab reticle didn't appear.
Class.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I think I died mostly at the end because I was trying to grab a specific moon medal that I just gave up and didn't get.
Were you trying to get the one that did like the boxes floating on the water?
Yeah.
You have to jump. Yep.
And
this game, that's another thing. For the werehog having the lion's share of the platforming, he very often doesn't have a drop shadow, which makes it really hard to tell where to land.
Yeah.
Yeah, I died a couple times on this stage. It's annoying that like the platforming is mixed up amongst all the combat sections. So if you die, just do the combat sections again, I guess. One time I died just because the angle was wrong, and so I couldn't tell that there was water right in front of me. I just walked off. That's happened to me a lot of times in 3D Sonic games. I just walk into a pit because I couldn't see it was there because the camera angle was wrong. Then another time when there was one of those like bendy pull things you have to do, and it launches you into the air, and then it's like, oh, grab this pull, surprise. When you're in midair, there's a lockout. It's like, I hope you react quickly, and I just didn't react quick enough. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Hold down the grab button, it'll do it.
Yeah, but if he doesn't know that he's supposed to, because it looks like a scripted
No,
sequence.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I thought it would fling me all the way across. Yeah, exactly.
I do enjoy the sort of the breadth of this stage. I think it's very sort of wide. I think the fact that it's fucking surrounded by so much water is part of why, and that makes it annoying. It's just more visually interesting than Rooftop Run, which is mostly fucking alleyways. But the giant ornamental dragon is kind of cool.
That does look really cool.
You have to deal with the bees, the wasp enemies, which especially in the vanilla game, they just dodge your attacks so fucking often. They're really annoying.
That was annoying.
Yeah.
And
you can eventually kind of grab them and just throw them at other people, though.
Yeah, I think there's actually a bug in their programming that is what makes them dodge so much, and I think that's one of the things the mod corrects. But they still dodge a lot. And yeah, there is a lot of platforming, which allows me to get through the stage a lot faster, because if you go the top route, you can ignore a bunch of combat. But you have to know to do that and be able to.
Yeah, I didn't even know there were multiple routes in this stage. This level introduces like wizard demons, which is kind of weird. Didn't expect there to be wizard demons.
Yeah, these ones are fine. Some of the later versions of those get annoying.
I was gonna say, I thought there was some of the wizards in Spangonia.
I don't think there are.
I don't recall seeing that.
During the exorcism mission, where you used to
I didn't do that.
No, that was just a regular basic, I think they're called nightmares, the regular enemies.
Those Kingdom Hearts enemies?
It's the Heartless, I think.
Oh, that's the Heartless, right?
No, there are Kingdom Hearts enemies called nightmares in Dream Drop Distance.
That's what I was thinking of. That's the only Kingdom Hearts game I've played.
Oh, weird.
I never finished it either.
It's okay. It's not my favorite. Anyway, yeah, the level ends with a big mom of a mini boss. That's where the wizards are. Oh yeah, there's one other thing, which is that this level introduces these electric spike ball robots.
Yeah, you can throw it into the water and like where all those flowers are.
Yeah.
You can throw it into the water and it like electrocutes them because they're connected to the water.
There's a couple.
So here's
of them
the thing. I saw a hint prompt that's like, I wonder what would happen if you threw it in the water. And I was like, oh, it's probably going to shock the water. I threw it in the water and nothing happened.
Yeah,
and I'm
same
like,
here.
Oh, okay. Guess nothing happens.
It actually worked for me.
I think
you have
it's
to like
because
angle it a certain way.
No, I think what it is that it electrifies on a timer, and it'll electrify while you're holding it if you're not careful.
Yeah. So
I just happened to time it right.
I guess so.
I just thought it was broken.
Yeah, I think you can do that at the end. I think there's one up on the higher platform that Bruce died trying to reach. But you can ignore a lot of the enemies with that because it's covered in water on the floor. So yeah, the power of multi-layered level design means that this one only took me 8 minutes, so it's only way too long for a Sonic stage instead of absurdly way too long. Anyway.
Yeah, a lot of these stages would kill you in the classic games. Think about that.
That's true.
What do you mean?
Because of the timeout.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing: in the classic games, I'd be able to run faster.
I'm just saying the classic games thought that if you played a stage for 10 minutes or longer, you were going too slow.
Wrong, yeah.
Yeah. So that they abandoned that philosophy.
Well, so it's not like a game has to have short missions. It's just that you've got a very, very unsonic design philosophy. If that's because fucking, I don't know, Halo 1, Assault on the Control Room. That thing's like an hour long, but that's a different kind of game. This game is trying to be both types at once, and it's not doing a great job.
I personally hate in any game when there's a mission that's super long, continuous, unless you can like save in the middle of it.
You can in Halo 1 in that case, but not
okay.
this
Well,
game.
then that's fine. I just hate a game that demands that I either just leave it on, or I play it continuously. Because sometimes I just like to play games for a few minutes, but some games don't let me do that.
Yeah.
Oh boy, thinking about the end of this game. Anyway, so I guess we were looking for like a missing elder or something because there's an old man on the floor here in this obvious boss arena.
Yeah, we were looking for the elder of the village.
There was also like
we're even told
the village treasure, which is just a ball.
It's a special ball.
I think it opens the Gaia temple later or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds right.
Old man on the floor, we're like trying to help him. Does he talk at all? Can you hear that he's very obviously voiced by Mike Pollock?
Mike Pollock, yeah. I don't remember if he talks now, but
he talks later.
He talks in the cutscene after the boss. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very obviously Pollock.
And yes, we're interrupted by the Dark Gaia Phoenix. It's big and angry.
Looks
Fuck
cool.
this boss.
Yeah, it does look cool.
You were having problems. Well, to be fair, we were also donating money to you during this boss.
I was having problems the first time I ran.
Really? This boss fight's easy.
It's the QTEs.
Oh, that's right. You hate QTEs. This is the only time the QTEs haven't screwed me.
Yeah, the QTEs kept messing me up because I'm like trying to rush through the boss and I would hit the wrong button.
This boss feels very Nintendo to me in that you do a thing 3 times.
For me, the first time I played through it, I only had to do 2 phases.
Why did you do 3? Yeah. How'd you pull that off?
I think I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and like watch it, or maybe it was I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm pretty sure it's just 2 phases. I was joking that the game was like, you're taking too long doing this, and just made me stop after 2. When I had to play it again, then yes, it was 3 phases.
All right. Well,
that must have been bugged because the boss regens his health twice because it's a Phoenix, and I don't understand how you could avoid it doing that.
Yeah, I
don't know.
I don't know how you cycle skip. Anyway, so the setup here is that you got 3 platforms of varying height. All of them have water barrels, water jugs. I don't know what to call these things, but they're big things of water. The boss flies around. You have to throw the water at him to put out his flames. And it takes 1 the first time, 2 the second time. Does it take 3 the third time, or is it just 2 again?
It was only 1
I didn't even notice it was different numbers.
It was yeah, actually no, it was 2 times for the second and third for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
because his flames are not completely doused after the first one, after the first hit.
I just assumed I missed sometimes.
Oh yeah, no. It takes more barrels because his flames aren't totally gone. And yeah, you do that, he'll land, and then you attack it, and it'll give you a QTE for more damage, which I did not struggle with. I'm sorry you did, Kayla.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm horrible. I'm not good at remembering like the button layout for controllers. I'm just like, I'll just gain the muscle memory and automatically know where I need to move my finger to press
was
button.
The game giving you different button prompts than you were used to?
No, it was giving me Xbox. I just, like I said, I don't remember like the button layout for it exactly.
Oh, okay.
I think it's mostly because Nintendo's are kind of like the buttons for Nintendo's controllers are backwards. So like, what is the
Nintendo
B button?
brain, I see.
Nintendo's aren't backwards. Nintendo did it first.
I think Recomp has a setting for that, but I'm not sure.
It probably
does. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst for me. I definitely messed it up a few times. I do think it's needlessly punishing that if you mess up the QTEs, it just regens back to full. Like, surely it would have been punishment enough that you just didn't get to do the full damage. If it let you do partial damage, it probably would have been better.
I actually didn't know that it does that.
Yeah, if you don't succeed, it does. When I messed up the QTEs like twice.
I think it regens to full. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, no. Whenever. It did for me. It looked like you have to do the entire QTEs, or too bad, try again.
Well, wait. Now that I'm thinking of it, if you do it successfully, doesn't that take the entire health bar anyway?
Yeah,
exactly. So you have to do it all in one shoot.
I guess, yeah.
Like you have to do an entire QTE string. There's no. You just do a little bit.
But that also means that the punishment is essentially the same as if it had done nothing.
No, because if it didn't lose all its health, then you could just do the first few QTEs like 3 times and then take it out, you know?
I see.
But
you'd like to be able to do chip damage, essentially.
That's what I'm saying. This boss doesn't let you do that.
Okay. Yeah. It's a weird system.
It is.
Yeah, why does it refill its health bar every cycle? I guess because it is a phoenix. You pointed that out. That makes more sense to me now than it did at the start of this.
Yeah, I don't really like when bosses do. Like if you do it once, that's fine. If you do it more than once, then I'm gonna get annoyed. Just make a longer health bar. It's needlessly deceptive.
Yeah. The boss ends with a special QTE, actually, where you just press the A button a lot, and Sonic fucking suplexes the thing directly into the ground.
It's fine.
It never prompted me to do that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Sonic just grabbed it by its neck and suplexed it.
Huh?
You didn't get the QTE.
Okay, there is something weird going on with.
I didn't have to mash A. I just beat the final QTE, and then it just automatically played the animation.
So weird.
Yeah.
I should check and see if there's a mod to just skip them entirely. That would be an interesting.
That's one
nice.
To work on. I don't know how that would work for this game, but it would be nice.
Anywho, that boss is done, and so is our gameplay for the night. The old guy wakes up, and the Phoenix is nice now. We beat the evil out of it.
Yep.
Classic.
And yeah, this boss arena was actually right in front of the temple.
I think we've got this a little backwards. They went
I
into
feel like
the
I'm
temple.
explaining this in the wrong order, yes.
You are. Alright, so we beat the Phoenix, go into the temple, put the Chaos Emerald in.
Alright, Red Emerald restored, another continent restored, yeah.
Yeah.
This game doesn't do good with continuity anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, then we walk out of the temple and see that the Phoenix is back to normal. And the old man explains that.
You hear Mike Pollock's old man voice, yeah. Which he sounds... It's the same voice that he does for Gerald, basically. But like, nice.
Sounds higher pitched.
Maybe a little.
Question mark? I'd have to listen to Gerald and then listen to the old man.
There is a very fucking funny moment with the animation here, where Sonic flicks Chip off of his face, which he's clasped onto, and then Chip like flies back with a vengeance while Sonic is talking, and he just keeps talking through having him smack him in the back of the head.
Chip does like a rider kick into the back of Sonic's head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course, why are you the one to make the Kamen Rider reference?
Because it's funny.
I'm the one who's now using the Phantom Rider skin.
Anyway,
Question mark.
yeah. So I feel like this old man being voiced by Eggman should show how much he doesn't look like he fits in with Eggman. Yeah, the Beast is nice now. He's he was the secret all along. Is the mascot of the country. I don't know. Chip, stop giving. This is an actual animal. Don't give him chocolate.
He gives it chocolate anyway.
I think the Phoenix is the guardian of the temple, and like
it is, yeah.
Gaia influence. Like
it's also the mascot.
I don't think the Phoenix actually ate the chocolate though. I think it just took it to be nice because it like takes it in its beak and then it just keeps it in there as it flies off. We never actually see it eat it.
It just drops it somewhere.
It's part of its nest now.
So, we got one more cutscene, which is Eggman. He is relaxing in his base, which is very, like, white, shiny. It has, like, almost sort of a 70s feel. Like, I'm thinking about, like, The Incredibles. It looks like that movie.
He's really got that, like, 70s or, like, mid-century, like, aesthetic going on.
Yeah, all very
70s
smooth
Takora.
curves everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very Eggman, if you ask me, but whatever.
It's not very colorful either. It's just it's got like
Eggman wouldn't
curved.
be colorful.
No, but like when I think
I
of like
expect him to be
70s,
a Bond villain, maybe.
I appreciate that we have Eggman eating a sandwich here. We almost never see Eggman
I love
eating
the
in the game.
sandwich.
This is hilarious. Yes, Proto Orbot delivers the most shocking reveal in the game, which is that Eggman is perfectly capable of getting high-quality sandwiches. The ones he gave to Professor Pickerel were bad on purpose.
Diabolical.
He tortured
I
that
always
man.
thought he was just that's the sandwich he was giving Professor Pickle, but Professor Pickle is like, this shit sucks.
I want my
look at the
cucumber
sandwich. This thing is so high quality.
I know.
It's the best quality model.
I know, why is it so
It's like hyper realistic for some reason.
And he eats this big ass sandwich in like 3 bites.
Same.
Fitting.
And they keep the sandwich thing going because then they have the giant sandwich in Sonic Lost World as well. Sorry, this isn't the sandwich cutscene. There is an actual point to this. Eggman is annoyed that things are not moving forward according to plan as fast as they should be, because Dark Gaia's energy is just not where it needs to be. And Proto Orbot reminds him, "Hey man, you're the one who threw out Sonic and the Chaos Emerald so carelessly. And you woke up Dark Gaia too early, so of course that happened." But I love
the funny thing is that Orbot calls him out, and then Eggman is like, "Well, you know, it wouldn't be interesting if things were so easy for me, so I had to make sure Sonic survived." But he says it in such a non-committal, I'm obviously making an excuse way. He should have owned that, because I thought that was Eggman's whole thing, was that he gives Sonic a chance on purpose. That's why his bosses have stupid designs. That's my head
for the love
anyway.
of the game. Yeah, it's like they. Yeah. I wish. Yeah, it's the animation that does it, because the animation is the way that he shrugs, and they even have him do a little, sort of animation, which is kind of cute to look at, but it ruins the point, which is that him saying "Oh, I fuck up on purpose sometimes to make it more interesting." That explains so many good things about his philosophy than him just being a dumbass.
I always look at it as he's just very arrogant and sure of his own plans, that he doesn't fully think before he acts.
Yeah.
They're not mutually exclusive. You can have both going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, he is someone who routinely fails to plan ahead. That's not a contradiction. So, but he's still annoyed about Dark Gaia's power not having all of it. So he starts work drafting some kind of machine, I assume, to gather its power up. We won't see what it is tonight. So that is where we end off, because I think it returns us to gameplay after that, and that's where we stopped.
Yes.
Yep.
So, Sonic Unleashed, intensely mixed feelings, like I said. There are things that I like, things that I don't like. Overall, it is a very big package of things that needed small adjustments, and sometimes big adjustments. It's a very non-committal phrase, I don't know.
It seems like you feel very neutral about the game.
I'm conflicted. I really want to love this game, because a lot of people love this game. I don't.
It's okay, I like it so far.
Yeah,
it's okay. I don't like it, so we'll balance it on either side.
The angel and devil on my shoulder, yeah.
I know. Well, like I said, I'm probably not the best person when it comes.
Okay, I didn't grow up with this game, and I'm enjoying it. So
yeah,
You don't have to...
I grew up with this game. I love this game, both the HD and the Wii version. Like, I like both.
That's fine. You know, this is not a place where we are like put on trial for our opinions. You know, because I like the day stages in this game. Lauren so far is not enjoying them. I don't consider that a flaw with Lauren.
No,
And
like I said earlier, I know
him to
this
treat
game
it as irrational on his own part. I believe him when he says that this gave him trouble.
Yeah,
like
no,
I know
it's
this
just a
game has
property
its
of.
flaws, so
Sorry.
I'm just like,
Yeah, it's just a property of, well, probably media in general, but certainly Sonic games demonstrate it. Take any Sonic game, and it's someone's favorite Sonic game, and it's someone's least favorite Sonic game.
Roughly, yeah. Certainly for 3D ones. I don't know a lot of people that like really hate Sonic 3, but
Yeah, okay, that's true, but I guess as soon as it started getting a little divisive.
But you know, that's a good thing. That's why I'm saying all this, is because I like that we have diversity of opinions here. I think it makes for the most interesting possible discourse. You know, this episode is one of the longest we've recorded in a long time, which is why my voice is fucking hoarse, and why I'm glad we're wrapping up right now. But
yeah, because I'm also getting hungry too.
yeah, so I think next week will probably be shorter because we've already established all the gameplay stuff. But yeah, so it's at least an interesting start. You can't say we didn't have stuff to talk about. You know, whereas like with fucking Sonic Rivals or even Sonic Rush Adventure to an extent, you know, whenever we were talking about main gameplay, it was like kind of dead to the conversation.
Don't put Rivals in there. That the story was insane in Rivals.
That's what I'm saying gameplay wise.
Yeah, no, that's fair, I suppose. Yeah, no, I agree. I've always said that as long as the Sonic game is bad in interesting ways, that I'll like it for that at least.
Yeah, very well. And this one is just it's maximum effort for ideas that aren't that great. But that is where I think we are gonna say next time on Deep Dive Zone, because next time on Deep Dive Zone, we're conquering the middle third of this game, or however much it is. It's about that much. It's really hard to split this game up into chunks because the campaign pacing is just all over the place. It doesn't make sense.
No, because we still got like daytime Chenan and Spangonia and nighttime Haluska to play through.
Wait, it's so weird because Spagonia and Chenan, the continents they're on, are already back in place, but we still have to do the day stages. And the boss for one of them, but not the other because we already did the boss. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Yeah.
With all that said, though, that is where we are cutting it off for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my lovely co-hosts for being here, for going through these games, and this game specifically with me. If you like this episode, please feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, criticisms, suggestions, or feedback, we have a link tree in the description where you can find links to talk to all of us, or at least some of us to some extent. You can just comment on this video, I guess, as well, if you have a specific question for one of us.
Send me a smoke signal.
I prefer carrier pigeon.
Launch a Beyblade at me.
I can do that.
How is that messaging?
Just shout really loud.
Yeah, we'll hear you.
All right. I love you guys. But to all of our viewers, thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next week for another exciting episode. We hope you have a great rest of your night, and take care.